Prime one, that's him. Sky. Thought you thought, but I wasn't born yesterday. All I do is ball. You goofies underestimate. Heavyweight bag, step on your weight class. I done moved across states, blood I can't cap. Strap with it on my pivot, clocking digits. Rock hard and I ain't even in the kitchen. I'm on a mission to move soft, make a thing flip like a moonsault. Keep a switch for everybody through salt. Face froze, somebody check dude pulse. Is you stepping or stepped on? Wake the game up, make them regret I was slept on. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. I'm getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true Bogart, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah, it just hit different. You find my story is all non-fiction. I put my fan before me and I gotta mention. I keep an air fan tone mob a henchman. For you squares, option for opposition. And you ops that get popped trying to stop my ascension. Talking generational, you got my attention. Underworld motivational, you feel the sensation. Try to see how I look, get booked, I'll take it. I was just a crook, all it took was some patience. Now my phone off the hook, I got hella deals waiting. You ain't really made it unless you got somebody hating. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the gray poop on. Getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true Bogart, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to
Yes.
this edition of the Real Fantasy Playmakers.
Woo! What up, Playmakers?
Night Sunday night action. You know, the boys were fiending. You know what I mean? Get at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let them know, Diamond Joe.
Come
you
on
know what
now.
I mean? You know what I'm saying? Bogey one Kenobi.
We're not
You
fucking
feel me?
leaving.
In here with the Catman and the ear to the streets with the mighty triumphant return of Spencer Guru
Nation.
Guru Nation.
Hell yeah. Back like I never left. Excited to be rocking with y'all tonight. And yeah, I mean, we got a lot to talk about. We never sleep,
in
man.
the house too.
We degenerates, man. We don't sleep. You know, Deebo just got traded. First traded off season. Kicked the shit off. Like, wow. I mean, that surprised me that he got traded to Commandos, but really good landing spot for him with the kid Jaden Daniels.
I think, wasn't it last year this time we were talking about Ayuk to the Commanders?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the rumor.
After the draft.
Man,
After
just
they had
imagine
Jaden Daniels.
if that would have happened. Oh my goodness.
They were both kind
Although,
of rumored to
tore
be
his
being shopped
ACL,
around last year, but you know, it finally happened. You know, real quick, just what up to the chat, King D. I mean,
what up,
Bakes
chat?
What up, King?
King D.
Thanks for
Bakes.
joining us, Ghost Monkey.
What up,
Ghost?
Song?
Big Ghost.
What up, Ghost?
Appreciate you guys rocking
y'all.
with us. But
Yeah.
no, I listen to a lot of local Niner radio out here.
Shout out to Pop.
And yeah, he was as good as gone. They were going to cut him essentially. So, you know, I'm glad we were able to get something for him because, you know what I mean? It seemed like it was.
We almost got a fifth round, which
we'll
doesn't
take
seem
a
like
rounder
much.
at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't
You
seem
guys
like
got
much,
11
but at the
picks
same
now.
time, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They paid the whole woo-wop.
Yep. They did pay it
Yeah.
out.
Paid it all.
They
So
paid it all.
There
All
it is,
$17 million.
Yeah, $17 million in this modern NFL economy. That's not even expensive.
No, and it's a one year.
sure,
Yeah,
but
not
I'm talking about
anymore.
the rest
It
of
used
his
to be, but man, the
everything,
cap
all
is
the dead cap.
inflated.
Because
so
he was
much
about to
now.
make like 30. What was his dead cap this year? They took over that too, is what I'm saying.
I think
It's
it
like,
was going to be 19. The dead cap would be something crazy.
yeah, so he would have made. So they're taking care of the 36 that he would have cost in total this year. They're taking it on. It's similar to what the Texans did last year. Y'all remember that?
Oh,
With,
yeah.
Stephon Diggs.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
Diggs.
Yeah, and they're like, all right, Diggs, we're gonna pay you all your shit, and then you're free next year. Unfortunately, he tore his ACL, but if Diggs played all year and he had like a decent year, he would be in a great spot right now hitting free agency. You know what I mean? So they're doing these veterans a solid. The former the current GM was a former scout personnel guy in the 49ers front office. So he was there when we drafted Deebo. There's some correlations there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's a great deal for Washington. You know, you get a nice number 2 option to pair with the Scottish lad and 1 year deal, so it's pretty low risk. You know, a 5th round draft pick. Yeah, those you might.
You know what? Let's fire up some bagpipes.
Oh, Washington still has 81 points.
Somebody fire up some bagpipes.
Deebo gonna get over and be like, those are my bagpipes, homie.
Any bit of improvement that you can make on
they might not be. They might not be in this
playoff
team.
team.
There they are.
I found them.
These are the modern.
Oh, that's the modern.
These are
shit.
You know the difference, kid.
It's vintage bagpipes.
That's the lad McConkey.
Let's get that.
Those are the
baby.
McConkey. Oh, there it is. Hey.
And it's that time of the show where we fire up the bagpipes. Let's go. We look for any reason to fire up the bagpipes. Deebo got traded. They got nothing to do
I know,
with
right?
Terry.
He's over there with the laddie. You know,
Like,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Man.
no,
You
it's
know,
a
Deebo-
great thing, man. Watch
have
them.
you seen all the teams
McLaurin.
that come out with the boom boxes?
Oh yeah,
I've been
Deebo.
noticing
Yeah,
that
Deebo
lately.
started that shit, blood.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's the one that started that shit. Now everybody does it. That shit is hype. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Deebo's a locker room guy. I mean, okay, now what y'all did? We were already going crazy over Jaden Daniels. Where does this put him now? He's like number 2 off the board, huh? QB, huh?
I don't think
Oh,
it
for
changes
sure.
too much. It just you feel you might be even.
Yeah,
justified
probably
with
3. There's no way I'm taking him over Allen or Lamar, but I could see him being QB3. I could put him up there like Hurts and Burrow. I'd say that's the top 5. Allen, Lamar, Daniels, Hurts, Burrow would be my early top 5.
I mean, I see a case against him over Lamar.
Well,
A
yeah,
little
I
bit.
agree there.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
younger, yeah.
Yeah, because what is Lamar working with?
Good.
He's working with his official. I'm gonna run for 1,015 touchdowns. So he's saying I'm gonna be overall RB5 in the league, and I'm gonna be a quarterback at the same time.
Like 32 to.
Yeah, well, shit. If we're talking dynasty, then in that case, I'd probably I'd
Dynasty
rather
for
Jaden.
sure. We're talking.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels
I
over
was thinking
Lamar.
redraft. I always am in
Even,
redraft mode, but
even redraft. I think this shoots him up a little bit, and
yeah.
we
I
have
could
to
see
see
him
what the
being
Ravens can do.
QB3.
Hey,
They
just
ran
2
the ball
weeks
really
ago.
effectively. Lamar
Just
did
2 weeks
have
ago, I had the
caliber
101,
season.
and it was going to be the Stallion.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna say
Jaden
Lamar
Daniels.
was the overall QB1 last year.
Yeah, he kind of does like deserve that MVP again, but you know, for one reason or another, maybe they don't want to give it to him because what would that have been? Would that
Yeah, it would have
two
been
or
his
3?
third. It would have been
Third.
3 and a repeat. So yeah, since it was
Yeah,
fairly
They
close
might
with
have had a
the
little voters
Stallion.
fatigue with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
In the
kind of
NBA
think
lot, where
so.
they kind of get
Because
tired of guys
statistically
winning MVP
speaking,
too much.
like to me,
They're-
Lamar was
they-
probably
they-
a little better.
They
But
really wanted to give the white boy the
White boy.
Damn
They're like,
racist
"Wait, we haven't
voters."
had a white boy MVP in how many years?
It's
And
been
now
a
we can
while.
at least give him an opportunity.
yeah, probably not since Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
And
right.
then
yeah.
Mahomes is half.
Lamar,
Kermit the Frog ass.
Lamar had a great season. So did Josh Allen, and I expect the same from the both of them. But Jaden Daniels is he's gonna creep up and be just as
He's gonna be a
valuable
thing.
for us in terms of
Yeah.
fantasy and even
locked
real
in the
world
top
value.
5.
The Commanders in that division, they're going to give that Eagles team a run for their money for a few years. The way it looks out right now. We'll see what the Eagles can cook up in terms of the offseason, acquiring some new pieces. They did a great job by getting Saquon last year. We'll see what they can do this year. Am I tripping, or did I hear that there's potential of AJ Brown moving out of the Eagles system pretty soon?
Ooh. I wouldn't think that would happen, but I guess you never know. I mean, it's
the Patriots.
Bogues, turn your mic up a little
I
bit.
think the Patriots.
I mean,
are
if the
most likely
Patriots,
spot.
I mean, the Patriots could really use an alpha receiver if they.
Hey, Mike Vrabel
offer
drafted
Philly,
him.
if they offer Philly a gang of picks, I mean, I could maybe see it, especially if then
Mike Vrabel.
Philly can, if they give up. I mean, where do they pick like third in the
They're
draft?
fourth.
I think
They're already
fourth.
out of the T. Higgins sweepstakes. They knocked out of that one already.
I mean, shit, if they're willing to dangle that 4 overall to Philly, you best believe they'd move AJ Brown. Cause shit, they could just go ahead and replace him with Travis Hunter will probably be top 3, but McMillan from Arizona.
Yeah, I mean,
just
if you're
put him
Philly,
right
though,
in
you're
there.
coming off the Super Bowl. I don't know if I'm ready to move off AJ Brown this coming up year. You know, if things
Right?
don't
Yeah,
go-
I
maybe
don't
next
think they
year.
will. I don't think the Patriots are
I
going to.
feel like New England would draft Warren.
Pick because
gonna
actually
draft that kid
Travis
Warren.
Hunter, if Abdul Carter, the edge rusher, the elite edge rusher from Penn State, if he goes in the top 3 along with Cam Ward and Shador, then Travis Hunter would be available at 4. In that case, you best believe New England's taking Travis
All my
Hunter.
buddies in
I don't
New
think
England
Shador's
told me they
going
want to
top
draft Campbell.
Yeah,
Everything
Shador's
that's coming
top
out of
option.
everything that's coming out of New England, it's Campbell. It's they want Campbell.
Yeah, you go protect that
There you
franchise
go,
quarterback
offensive
now.
line, yeah.
Campbell,
Yeah, they want Campbell.
Yeah, he's a tackle.
LSU. Yeah.
No, that's what's coming out of New England today. My buddy said Campbell's the hot name coming out right now for New England. That's what they want.
Okay, yeah, so at the combine they were concerned.
That works for me because if the Jets go offensive line, they can get that Missouri kid. I want that Missouri kid. That motherfucker's good.
Every time Kid is eating, he's not just eating, he's training.
The thing with Will Campbell that they're saying,
He's training right
Will
now.
Campbell's arm length, they're saying for a tackle is a little on the smaller side, but size-wise, he's a behemoth. He's a little
ran
short
the
on the
40
arms.
freaking fast as hell.
That's what I'm
today.
saying. He's a great
And
athlete.
who's AQ on Anthony? What's his name? The offensive line. He be on the McAfee show.
Oh, AQ Shipley. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he said he had dinosaur arms.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, Will Campbell, he might have a T-Rex arms, but he's strong. He really doesn't, though. It's like one of those things. They say the ideal length is 34 inches. He's 33 and 7/8. He's basically 34. I don't know why people are making any sort of deal about that. To me, he's for sure
with
these
34-inch pythons, bro. What you gonna do?
Yeah, it's like the Patriots, I just feel like, man, if Travis Hunter's there, they gotta take Travis Hunter because I mean that's
two positions in one.
Generational talent. Yeah, I mean he's like it could be the Ohtani of the NFL.
Yeah, I feel like Travis Hunter's gonna come out. They're gonna have him playing corner.
He's an improvement over Marcus Jones.
But New England
does
does
improvement
have
over any of the
young wide
receivers
receiver
they
room.
have. They've got a terrible receiver room. So I mean, no disrespect to Pop Douglas, he's solid, but you don't want him as your
Jalen
number
Polk
one
and
receiver.
Javon Baker and
Booty.
Yeah, neither of them. Yeah, Keyshawn Booty, man. Keyshawn Booty really
part-time
out the stretch last year. Another LSU boy.
We give New England a better offseason with a different coaching staff. Then maybe they get some momentum into the season and actually win a few games. I don't think this team is that terrible, especially with Drake May. Drake May looked like he was built for this role. Like he's an NFL quarterback.
Definitely.
Like
yeah,
I don't trust anyone.
I think they'll win if they play their cards right this offseason. I think they'll win 8 or 9 games and be in the wild card discussion.
9 games. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, free agent.
Rahamador is a
on what
good
free agency
running
does. They got
back.
the
Yeah,
most
exactly.
He's
We'll have to
paid
see
as
how
a
they
top
play
10
their
running
cards.
back. If I'm not mistaken, this guy is making some bread in the NFL. They're just not going to give up on that type of talent. They're just going to have to figure out how to make him put him in successful positions. We'll say.
Yeah. They need a better offensive line, which is why I think Will Campbell's really appealing to them. That was their big weakness last year. But probably even more so than their receiver room was their offensive line graded out among the worst. And that's, I think, what hurt Rahamador last year. So, yeah, I think he's a good, talented back. They just need to block better and create open lanes for him. So, yeah, I think if they can beef up their offensive line this offseason, that their offense is going to be a lot
Who's
better.
the
And
one
Josh
that left New
McDaniels
England
calling
for?
plays again. He's a solid OC, not a good head coach, but a pretty good OC to where.
I
Yeah, I
totally
think
agree with
they're
you.
going to be much
But
improved.
even when he was a head coach with the Raiders, man, we wanted that running back. You know, we were hyped on Josh Jacobs getting his revival because Josh McDaniels was just coming off of Stevenson. You know, saying we want that running back in that system. He's gonna they throw out the running back on first and second downs. So like even if he's not an all the way 3 down back, I like Rahamador, and they paid him, so they're gonna lean on
Yeah, I
him.
think they're gonna keep him for sure. And is Banderas Gibson? Is he a free agent or?
Oh yeah,
He
Antonio
might still be
Banderas
under
Gibson, that's right.
contract, and he's a
and
solid complimentary back. So I mean, he could be.
I think they have him for one more year. He signed.
I think the days of Antonio Banderas Gibson are gone.
Yeah, they could
They're
release
gone, my
him probably
friend.
because I think they had signed him to a.
Antonio Banderas Gibson.
Oh no, it's signed him to a 3-year contract. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, 3-year contract. He's under contract through 2026. Rahamador is under contract through 2028. So they've got a
Let's
good
go, give it
amount
a bag.
invested in their backfield there. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. But I would think it'll be Stevenson as the lead guy. He should have a nice bounce back year for fantasy, and then Gibson will be a compliment, and hopefully they really just need like one receiver, kind of like a veteran to just kind of stabilize it for the young guys. Because like Kidda mentioned, they've got a pretty good group of young receivers there with Pop Douglas, Booty, and then Polk and Baker. They should both be better.
Stephon
between
Diggs, give me money.
4, yeah, just bring in a guy. Yeah, bring in a crafty veteran like a Stephon Diggs or a Keenan Allen. You know, preferably a Diggs, although he's coming off the knee. Allen's really up in age. If I had a list in front of me of free agents,
Okay.
but I mean, I can add him Thielen, you know, just something like Christian Kirk.
Hold
He's got to
on.
hit free agency, just kind of spitballing.
Let's play a game here.
All right.
We got Deebo. He's with the Washington Commandos. You shall now call him Commando Deebo. Now, other veterans, Stephon Diggs, where are we putting him? So Steamboat, you say you like the Patriots?
Well, I'm looking at the free agent list. I'm trying to pull one up. Chris
Yeah,
Godwin.
let's pull that
Let's
up.
start playing this game.
Amari
Let's start
Cooper.
free agent places.
Keenan Allen's going to be
Throw
a
us the
charger
name.
again. I'm guaranteeing that.
Keenan
I
Allen,
don't know
what
if
is
y'all want him back because I mean,
Keenan
y'all
Allen?
got McConkey.
Keenan Allen?
Exactly, but I don't.
New
I
England.
don't know. I'm on
Yeah,
the
no, I don't
You
know.
know how
New
much
England,
Josh McDaniels would love Keenan Allen?
Yeah, I was about to say maybe New England. I mean, New England, they're gonna have money to spend, so they're gonna for sure bring in at least 1 or 2 veteran wideouts. They might move on from Kendrick Bourne. Not that he's bad, but it's like if they can bring in like a Diggs or something that's a little better.
Pop Douglas actually
decide
might eat in that system too, being because
Pop Douglas is eating pretty consistently since his rookie year, to where I think he'll stick around as like a number 3 over there. But they definitely need other options. And Polk might step up this year, being that he'll have more experience under his belt, and he's got a good connection with May.
Both of them
Devon
didn't even
Baker
have the opportunity to like showcase themselves because the coaching staff was.
Well, it was terrible.
That was pretty shit.
They
literally I just want Keenan Allen the fuck out of the Bears already. Just get him out of there. So like,
that wasn't a good fit. He'll be out of there. Yeah, he'll be out.
Let the youngsters.
Yeah, he's on the East.
You know where? You know where he's gonna end up if they don't bring back Cup. He's gonna end up with the goddamn Rams.
Who's gonna wait? Oh, Keenan to the Rams? Oh yeah, because if they move on from
he
Cup.
said
Yeah, I think
It'll bring
Keenan
back
goes
cut.
somewhere warm.
Bears, Chargers, and the Rams are the 3 teams he'll play for.
Yeah,
See, look at that.
I don't think he wants to be in a cold environment anymore.
Have you seen Keenan Allen in the face? He looks 50.
Yeah, he does look old.
Have you seen him when it's like less than 50 degrees? He's got that big ass fucking like helmet.
Yeah, the
thing,
hood thing on,
the
exactly.
whole fucking like ninja mask, and just,
It'd be like 50 degrees now.
he's like, it's
Football
50
weather.
degrees. It's cold outside. You're like, what? You're playing football. You should be like working up a sweat within minutes in 50-degree weather. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's gonna be the Wild West out there. The Deebo, is kind of the first domino that fell as far as these receivers. There's usually always a good bit of wide receiver movement. I remember that one offseason where it went crazy whenever Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams got traded in the same offseason. And well, we'll probably have Devontae on the move again this offseason.
Yeah,
Fucking hit Lee's drop. Somebody hit Lee's drop. Let's get him in.
Yeah, let's go. I'll
And then
where we got it.
because I know he's about to say some Jet shit, and then we'll go back to playing the free agency game.
All right, got it, y'all. Here in the streets.
Well. Good evening, fellas.
Good evening.
Hey, he transforms out when he hears that drop.
It gets clicking the gear.
I'm surprised my eyes are still open.
Yeah, I think it's almost midnight for here. But go ahead,
It's
brother.
like close to 11, but I'm usually lights out by now. Yeah.
Go ahead. What you got for us, Lee?
Well, the Cowboys opened up contract negotiations with Micah Parsons today.
They
Hold
should,
up. No, but give me that Devontae Adams. Give me that
They
Devontae
always
Adams.
last minute. Yeah, let's see the Devontae news.
Okay, as for Devontae Adams, there we go. The Jets are open to trading him, and if not, they're going to release Mr. Adams.
That's it.
They should have opposite of that.
That's how bad the organization is. They're like,
Yeah.
look,
They
y'all, we're
should
trying
have
to trade him. If
opposite
we
of
don't,
that.
we'll just let him go.
You know what? If you guys don't want him, we'll give him a 1-year deal. But no, they're like, you know what? If you don't want him, hey, he'll be a free agent in a week or two. Don't worry. You'll have your opportunity then.
My bad, Bones.
Now, the Bills have heavy interest in Myles Garrett. Pause.
The Bills?
The Bills are going to go heavy.
I believe that because they could.
I think they have a pretty good defensive line. I don't think that's
They got Greg Rousseau.
need for the.
Yeah, I was about to say, they got Groot, but Epinesa last year as a star wasn't bad, but
I guess
I
everybody
could see
improves with Miles.
Yeah,
Garrett.
I feel like everyone will have a good bit of interest should the Browns put him on the market. I just the way the Browns are looking right now, they've been kind of playing hardball to where I don't know, man. Unless he goes full diva mode like these NBA players, maybe he can have a talk with James Harden as far as trying to figure out the best way to get out of a situation. But it's harder to do that though in the NFL. So I think he might be stuck in Cleveland, but there'll be a line of suitors though if he can get them out. Anyone would stand to benefit from him.
The Eagles.
He has 3 teams. It's Detroit, Philadelphia, and there's another team. God damn it.
Yeah, they had Detroit. They were saying about Detroit, but Detroit, their GM, at the combine or whatever, came out and was like, "Nah, we that ain't gonna work, bro."
Yeah,
anybody trying to get Myles Garrett, you're gonna have to trade for him, probably a lot in compensation, and then you're gonna have to give him a bag on top of it.
2 firsts, 2 or 3 day 2 picks. You're gonna have to give up
they want a deal exactly same as the one that went down last year for the. Who was it? It was 2 firsts. It was the Khalil Mack deal.
Yeah, the Khalil Mack deal. Yeah, and that was
2 firsts, a second, a fourth, and then a player.
Yeah, that deal was a lose-lose, man. The Raiders kind of lost their best pass rusher, and then the freaking Bears gave up all those picks. Neither of those teams really benefited from that. That was kind of just a lose-lose.
Here's a wild one. The Cowboys could be in on Cooper Kupp if the price price drops far enough.
I like that for my
I could see that. Yeah, get Brandon Cooks up out of there and have a CD, Cup, and Tolbert 3-wide set along with Fergie's son at tight end. That's a solid. That's a solid group.
Cooks there because Tolbert is basically like he's like a wannabe tight end in the slot. You know what I mean? Because he's just a big fucking 6'3" guy.
Whatever. You could kick him outside if you sign Cup, probably.
For
just
sure.
Put Cup in the slot.
Well, the problem is that we don't play 2 wides outside anymore. We only play 1 wide outside. We play trips, and then we play 2 tight ends, or we play 2 backs. So we don't even use 2 wide outs. We pretty much are running slot and 1 wide 100% of the time.
And I run.
Where'd you see that, kid? That's like on like just from looking at the snap and the drive chart.
This is league wide. When you look at your team, they have a slot receiver and 1 wide out. They don't usually have to have a second wide out.
You know who does that?
Where does the third receiver
all the time
generally go? Because I mean, I know it's like I mean, if you got your one, your X receiver, that's the one, like the one. I get that. I'm just saying though, as far as like you can
side.
Right. Someone that's not. I just mean like the guy that's generally because normally when you think of the slot for fantasy, a lot of times the slot is the number 1, but from like a real life standpoint,
no, lined up in between the numbers. So you got the hash, the number, the slot is in between the hash and the number.
Right. And you're saying the trend is that they've both the 2 receiver and the slot receiver are lining up. So it's basically becoming to where you got 2 slots and then your outside big dog.
Well, if you run 3 receiver sets, it's usually a trips. So they're all on the same side. So there's no guy out on the other side. They're all on the same side.
Oh yeah, I do see that again. That is a trend. Yeah, for sure.
That's what you're talking about.
It looks like it's going to be a battle of New York. The Giants and the Jets have both shown interest in moving up to number 1 for Cam Ward.
Cam Ward?
He's the force.
I think he's the consensus number 1 quarterback. I'd say Jackson Dart stock's going up, but I doubt he's going to pass Cam Ward. Now, I think he might pass Shador because Shador is the issue with Shador. From what I've read, is that he doesn't run and he's not a very strong arm. To where it's like I think he kind of could be like more of a guy that's like he's an accurate pinpoint passer, but he doesn't really have the upside that you're looking for in a top 5 pick. But I still think he'll go in the top 10. I think the Raiders might be the ones to do it.
Well, the Giants would like to sign Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers and also draft a young quarterback in the top 10.
Use the force, New York.
I could see that. Yeah, they did bring in Russ for a year, and to wear the rookies. They're talking about the Browns might do that too, bring in Kirko Chains for a year.
That's what.
And let the rookie. I could see that, especially with seeing. I mean, a lot of the rookies. Like I mean, obviously Jaden Daniels didn't need that, and Bo Nix had a nice rookie year. But like, for example, like Caleb Williams, I feel like Caleb Williams would have benefited from having a veteran in front of him.
Now the Raiders are reportedly divided. This is crazy. The Raiders are reportedly divided on whether to sign a veteran quarterback or draft one.
So it's Darnold
or do both. That's to me what you need to do. If you're down bad at the quarterback room, you need to sign and draft somebody. Because I don't think they're keeping the Ginsu. I mean, O'Connell might stick around. Yeah, but still, I mean, you need to bring in at least one veteran, even if it's not as big a name as Darnold. You need to bring in someone with experience, and then you definitely need to draft someone too.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that plan for the Raiders. You know what I mean? Take the best player at 6. You can probably get a guy like Quinn Ewers, you know what I mean? Maybe in the 2nd round. Kind of, you know what I mean? Let him sit for a year.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were the shit. I mean, Jalen Milroe, a lot of people are saying he's not a quarterback, but I mean, they were saying the same shit about Lamar Jackson, and look how that's turned out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
Milroy, he's one of them guys that's like Lamar. You know what I mean? They're not gonna.
I heard Lamar Jackson was the
He's
receiver.
got all the intangibles.
That's what they're saying with Milroe, and it's like, I mean, I'm not saying Milroe's gonna be the next Lamar Jackson, but I definitely think he has earned the right to have a shot to play quarterback.
Are they trying to change his position for real?
No.
Some teams are acting like that, but I think there'll be enough
He was a Heisman
interest in
candidate.
him as a quarterback to where he'll probably be like a second or third round pick as a quarterback, if I had to guess. I don't think they're going to immediately force him to play receiver, but I mean, it's kind of like what Terrell Pryor ended up having to switch or whatever. But
Terrell Pryor.
He didn't. He didn't do anything
Terrell
at the
Pryor.
combine.
He had some
Milroe,
good
right?
years.
He didn't participate at the combine, from what I saw. Right?
Who, Milroe?
Yeah.
I didn't see exactly who. I've been in Mardi Gras mood, y'all. I haven't been keeping up with the combine too close. I'll be real. But
this is what the Patriots are targeting for free agents. Ravens left tackle Ronnie Staley, Eagles defensive tackle Milton Williams, and 49ers cornerback Marchavarius Ward, and also Chris Godwin. Those are their top
got money to
targets.
Was this the Patriots? Oh yeah, Chris Godwin. We forgot to mention him. We're discussing free agent wide receivers. Yeah, Chris Godwin. I think he gets like 20-something million.
Yeah,
those would be some savvy moves, man. I definitely think
the most cap space.
Yeah, they have the most cap space. I think that's why everyone's talking about them as a team that's going to make big moves. Because I mean, with all that money, they're going to probably be able to bring in a Ronnie Stanley type left tackle. They'll probably be able to outbid Baltimore to get Ronnie Stanley, which we had mentioned about Lamar maybe slipping a little bit next year. Yeah, if he loses Ronnie Stanley, that could hurt Baltimore's offense for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how all this plays out.
You got money to spend. You know what I mean? So
when you're look at all these top teams, like the Raiders don't have a good quarterback under contract. The Bears have a rookie. The Cardinals and Chargers have QB under contract, but I mean the Commandos rookie QB, Vikings rookie QB, Darnold's a free agent. So.
That's the formula. Those are the ones going on shopping sprees this offseason. You know,
Give me Sam Darnold to the Raiders, and they draft Ashton Jenkins.
You gotta be smart about it though, because look at Jacksonville. That's an example of someone. Yeah, they had a bunch of money the past few years, but they didn't spend it wisely, and as a result, even though they had the young quarterback in Lawrence on a rookie contract, they blew it because they didn't surround him with the right support. Him. Well, now they extended him. I'm just saying.
And before they paid money on Christian Kirk.
That's what. They paid money on Christian Kirk and a bunch of defensive players that weren't very good. So then they had to pay the price. They won that one playoff game, but they ain't done shit since.
Hey, look at this.
So Spencer, how your Saints looking?
Oh man, I think we're just kind of for this year, to see what Kellen Moore can do. I mean, obviously we're in the red with the cap. Yeah, I think it'll be kind of a reset year for sure. I feel like the same with my St. Louis Cardinals. It's a reset year as far as we've got some young talent, but we've also got a lot of dead veteran bloated bad contracts. So you got to flush that out and. It's frustrating because they don't ever seem to want to flush it out because they're too loyal. They're loyal to a fault. But we'll see how they do. Hopefully, Kellen Moore can convince Mickey Loomis to bring in young talent and let go of the old guys that aren't productive.
I know you guys are going to be releasing Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, Honey Badger. Yeah, he ain't what he used to be.
No.
Cam Jordan. No disrespect to Cameron Jordan. Cameron Jordan's a great community figure around New Orleans and all that. I have nothing against him personally. I think he's a great guy. Just as far as a football player, though, please retire, dude. Like just retire so we can get the money back, or not have to.
I was about
hurt
to
the
say, I
cap.
was like, the player himself isn't terrible, but
Yeah,
I know
no,
the
he's not
contract is
terrible.
quite
But the
It's just the
contract
price
is
that
tag
because they
he's
contract
getting
extended
is
his
it.
ass.
big money.
Oh, it's a terrible contract.
Get rid of him.
It's only getting like 3 or 4 sacks a year. At
Use
this
the
point.
force, New Orleans.
So yes, please, Cam. Just since he's been
Use
such a
the
good guy,
force,
keep being a
Saints.
good team guy and just retire, so we don't have to keep your stupid bad contract on our books. So hopefully he hangs it up,
You gotta
and
get
then
rid of Derek Carr, though, man.
Chase Young could
Derek
maybe
Carr.
come back.
Who are you gonna replace Derek Carr with? Honestly?
That's what I think they're just kind of stuck with Derek Carr.
I
You
know,
get
they
rid
got
of Derek
42
Carr.
million 42 million reasons why.
You know, I am aware. I am aware.
I know you
I am
are.
aware, and it's one of those deals to where look like
Just tell him
as
the
a
Chargers
bridge-
suck.
as a bridge QB, it could be worse. Like it could be worse than Derek Carr, but it's one of those deals to where I've just got to accept that for this season it's probably going to be another rough one. But I feel like though we got a young coach that Saints tend to be loyal and patient with coaches. I mean, fuck, if you gave Dennis Allen 2.5 years, you better give Kellen Moore at least 3 years. So
Hell yeah.
unless he pisses off ownership, which is what I'm a little concerned about. I think because he'll be wanting to bring in his own personnel. I really hope they respect him and listen to him because I think he'll be able to help turn the ship around. Mickey Loomis trusted Sean Payton and it paid off. So he needs to trust in Kellen Moore's judgment because that was the issue when Sean Payton left. Sean Payton was the one calling the shots with the personnel. So when he left, that's when everything went to shit. So if Kellen Moore's got a good eye for talent, which I think he does, then we should be okay. But it's going to be a lot of pressure on him. He's going to have to prove himself because Mickey's the kind of guy, he's a hands-off GM. He goes with what his coach recommends. And Dennis Allen was not a good guy at identifying personnel, it didn't seem. So we'll see. But I'm hoping Kellen Moore can turn the ship around.
Yeah, looking like a reset year. Play for a high draft pick next year, and then
Maybe
get rid of
draft a
Derek
quarterback.
Carr's contracts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 26 will be our year to draft a QB. That should be a better class. I mean, everyone's talking about Arch Manning, but even if it's not Arch Manning, I think there's some other promising guys in that class, more so than this 25 class.
Yeah.
Let's go Saints.
We're gonna make it
Yeah,
mandatory
who dat?
lightsabers pretty soon.
Saints
here.
King. The
So
king
we're
is
gonna see
in
the
the
paper
26
bags
draft.
over the head this year.
We saw him last year. I mean, shit, if it gets ugly, we might again, but hopefully it doesn't get that bad. Hopefully I think they'll be a little more forgiving toward Kellen Moore than Dennis
There was
Allen.
a little bit of whispers
hated
there.
Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen's fire, and that came from Lady Gale herself. Like,
Yeah.
Mickey Loomis didn't want to fire him, but Lady Gale, the owner, came in and she was like, fuck this. He's out of
Hey,
there.
I heard y'all
I think
wanted
she
some
saw the
Ayuk.
bagheads coming out, and she was like, we ain't having this. Something's got to change. But, yeah. What about the Niners, Bo? Pour one out for old Deebo.
Okay, hold on. Let's play this game. Slick Rick or who? Right? So, where do we start this?
Well, the Niners have the 12th overall. If I'm not mistaken. Is it 11 or the 12th?
11.
Did he get 11?
Yeah, it could be a good
11.
spot. Y'all could snag that
You can
Ohio
get
State
better-
receiver there.
What?
I think he's going to the Texans.
I think if we're
Nick-
paying the
Nick
buck, we
before
got to
the
get a weapon.
Texans- The Texans
you
don't
gotta
pick for a while. The Niners pick 11th,
11.
actually. So
But don't they need
Yeah.
I mean, the
They're
Niners,
trying
I
for the
really
long
don't see
ball.
them going receiver only because in reality, you get CMC and Ayuk back with Kittle, and you have a nice,
Jawada Man Jennings, Slick
It's a
Rick.
deep
That's a
draft.
solid 3
Also.
wide
It's a
set.
deep draft.
We're the
And
best team in
Kittle.
the NFL.
Come
Yeah,
on
I
now.
mean, what do y'all need more, Bogey? What do y'all need more, you'd say? Offensive line or wide receiver?
Offensive line.
It's going to be O
Here's the
line
thing.
or D line more than
It'd be
likely.
O-line or it's trenches for sure. right?
Trenches. Okay.
But
Well, then, yeah, that's probably
remember,
what y'all
his
go
name
with
is
then.
Kyle Shanahan.
Because, I mean, yeah, y'all, if CMC can bounce
He
back,
might
y'all
be
have
like, you know
plenty
what?
of
What if
skilled
JT
talent.
falls?
I
He'd
mean,
be
with
like, you know what? CMC for the future.
Kittle, Ayuk, Jennings, Slick Rick, that's 5 very strong skill players right there. So, yeah,
This
I
running back
would
class is one of the
probably
better
target
ones.
the trenches.
This is the
Yeah,
best
y'all
running
could
back
get,
class
y'all
all
could get
time.
a running
good.
back. y'all could get a running back on day 2 because yes, it is a deep running back class. Bring in a guy to compete with Mason and Garindo. So yeah, y'all, I think y'all have a nice bounce back year.
Yeah, I think what they got 11 picks now in this draft. So
11 picks, and they
I
got a
definitely
nice
think we
cushy
go
schedule.
trenches at 11, and then we'll start maybe getting a linebacker or another DB in the second round. But running back is so deep. Like I definitely see us grabbing one on like a day 3 or a third or fourth rounder type.
Yeah, you might as
There's
well.
gonna
I,
be
hope
value
I hope my
falling.
Saints do too. I mean, we could use a running back, and it's such a deep class. I mean, I was looking at it today. Actually, I was looking at the dynasty rookie rankings at running back, and I was like, damn, they have like 15, 20 running backs in this class that look pretty legit, man. I mean, this fucking running back class is loaded.
I think if Hampton's on the board,
I'm
at
taking
22,
T-Mac
I want
if
the
I'm the
Chargers to grab
Niners
Hampton.
for sure. I'm sorry.
It's just not a need at receiver. If you got 3 solid receivers that are playing,
T-Mac might be gone
T-Mac
by
is
then, though.
6'5",
Based on saying 11 way too high,
220
but I think
uses his
T-Mac,
hands, gets up and gets the ball. He
your
beats
Jets
every
might
fucking
snag
outside
T-Mac,
defender.
kid.
Slick Rick to
Guys
the
don't have
moon.
that.
No,
I
you don't
mean,
draft
shit, your
actually.
Jets- I think your
He
Jets.
profiles as your missing piece because you got the good running game, you got a good possession receiver, you got Slick Rick, who we don't really know who he is.
Hey man, he can take a bullet. We know he can take a
receiver.
bullet.
So you have him as an F receiver, and then you got an actual X with Tech, and then motherfuckers, you're looking at an offense that can easily win the West and get back into the playoffs and compete with the Eagles.
I mean, in all reality,
they might as well trade Ayuk too.
In all reality, if they trade Ayuk, then that's on the board.
Ayuk is a possession receiver.
Too many cooks in the
he's good for your
kitchen.
first downs. But with Tech,
his name is Third and Jennings.
We got Jawada Man Jennings, man. Like he's legit. Like I think the Niners are good as far as that, but I mean it definitely wouldn't hurt to have another weapon.
Tyler
you
Warren
never
would
have too
probably
many
be the only guy we
playmakers.
would consider at 11 if he's there, but I don't expect him to be there. I think your Jets actually.
The Jets will probably go with the tight end.
What about McMillan?
They made the mistake last year of passing on Bowers. I don't think they'll make that mistake again.
What about Macmillan?
That's the one Kidda is talking about.
If he falls out of that top 10 and he's at that 11 ball, I feel like Shanny would do something like that because he's crazy.
Yeah,
but it's really not that
crazy. You would essentially be bumping Jawan Jennings to your fourth receiver,
pretty much who else we got here?
Point.
Which
so we got
where he belongs.
Carolina at 8. I mean, my Saints. I could see my
Jawan Man is
taking,
gone after this year, isn't he?
My Saints could take 10 at pick 9 because we could definitely use a receiver, especially with Olave's concussion history. Man, Olave's a hit or two away from being out of the fucking league. So, I mean, shit, I think my Saints might go with Tet McMillan.
Yeah.
If he falls to 9, I don't think we're passing on that because we need receiver help, man. Shaheed's coming off an injury. Olave's got the concussion. I mean, we don't have any depth at that position.
Check this out. Check this out.
We were so
Olave is new El Concusto.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's
He's
like I think
2.0.
that McMillan at 9 would make a lot of sense to the Saints because offensive line, I mean, we're not terrible there. We just took one last year in the first round. Fuaga, our guard play wasn't great, but it wasn't god awful. We've got one of the best centers in the NFL, and Eric McCoy, and Ryan Ramczyk might be cooked, but I mean, even if he is, Trevor Penning did okay at right tackle for us. So to me, we need receiver more than we need offensive line, unless we decide to go defensive line. But I feel like with Carl Granderson, if we bring back Chase Young, we'll have enough edge help to where, like, I think receiver is more of a need.
Yeah, he's him and Genty are kind of like going to be the wild cards where they go. You know who
everyone's talking penciling in Genty to Dallas at 12, but I could see. I mean, maybe my Saints and but we still got Kamara under contract, and he's still decent. So I kind of think
might be one who kind of falls a little bit. If teams are looking at this draft, like, hey, you know, you can
because the running back position is so deep.
We don't have to
see
Genty
pull up a little bit
early.
Well, everything that came out of the combine, they were hyping up Hampton a lot more than Gentry.
Yeah, I was gonna
was-
say
yeah,
Hampton's
gonna be-
rising up boards.
Yeah.
Hampton might sneak.
Then
into
They're
the
all
first.
fools.
Like
They're all
Denver,
fools that will be slayed by my saber.
Denver at 20. Because Sean Payton loves to run the football. Denver at 20 is someone, in my humble opinion, you should keep an eye on to taking a running back in the first round. Because their running game last year, if they had a running game last year, they could have maybe made a playoff run. 'Cause the way Bo Nix was playing, like then they had the Sutton, like they had a pretty good passing game going. They could get a good workhorse running back over there, and then if they bring Javonte back, he could just be a third down back. And if they could bring in like a Hampton to be their lead back, bro, Denver's offense could really
You
be
imagine if
looking
Gentry
nice.
landed in Chicago?
Where's Chicago? They pick like 8, right?
Yeah,
Man,
that could
eight.
be. That's one I was
Oh, no,
talking
10.
with
They picked
Bogey
10.
about.
New
Okay.
Jameer Gibbs.
Gibbs. Exactly.
Yeah, and then they got that DeAndre Swift. You could wave goodbye to him at that point. They
Exactly.
draft Genty.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Johnson did run a 2 running back system over there with Detroit.
Oh no, yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
he-
Yeah, Swift would
he
still
could,
have a role.
theoretically
so.
try to recreate that kind of
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
he
1-2
actually had
punch, yeah.
Swift, Jamal Williams outplayed him. Remember that?
That was wild. And then Jamal Williams comes to the
had
Saints and he's
17,
trash.
18 touchdowns.
Yeah,
right?
he's a bust for the Saints. But yeah, he was balling with Detroit.
Yeah, he
Because
was.
that system is tried and true.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, no, that's a good one. I could see, yeah, Ben Johnson. Yeah, I kind of forgot that he went to the Bears there, but yeah, that's a good that's a good hypothesis there. I could see dude Genty landing
I
there
like that
because yeah,
hypothesis. That's a good one
Genty-
right there. That's an
Genty and
educated guess for those that don't know.
No, that's not an educated.
That's a hypothesis.
That's not. That's a a hypothesis is the previous to a theory. So a theory scientifically is the most factually like when you do the scientific experiments and you try and disprove a hypothesis when you conclude that there's no method to say like, hey, that's not an actual thing, then it becomes a theory. Like the hypothesis is like the second in line. Like the hypothesis is kind of what science truly is built on. It's like that's how we
Scientific
get
method.
smarter every day is having hypotheses.
Yep. Science lesson from Kiddo, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I ain't been to science class in a minute.
Learn something
But
new every day. Here at the
what made me
DX
think to say that hype? I just popped in my head just randomly. I said, I don't know what made me think to say that, but yeah. But let's see what Bakes is saying in the chat here. Will Campbell, if he falls, or Josh Simmons to replace? Oh yeah, Trent Williams, Silverback. He's getting up in age. That's a good point. They could go offensive line for sure. You need a cornerback to replace Marshawn Lattimore. Yeah, that's a good point. I could see us maybe going.
Don't you
corner.
guys have Kool-Aid?
Yeah, I was gonna say we got Kool-Aid
you do.
and Alontae Taylor, but Paulson and Deebo is a free agent, so we are a little thin at the cornerback position. But if we re-sign a Deebo, then we should be all right there. I'm telling you, man, receiver is what we really need. So I think Tet McMillan, if he's there at 9, I think they're gonna run to turn that card in.
Yeah, T-Mac is he really is an intriguing prospect. We love his size. We love his film. The fact that he gets out there and grabs these balls with his paws.
The big balls, my boy.
Grab him by the ball.
Apologies.
With his paws.
With his paws. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never seen him do a body catch, by the way. It's like everything is
He's got great hands.
one hand, 2 hands.
Yeah, like them LSU boys. Great hands.
I think it was like week 1 or week 2 last year. I had already put him going like, oh, this guy, when he comes into the draft, this is like a day 1 guy. This guy looks really, really, really good. And sure enough, we're talking about him on day one, and I would be surprised not to see him get called on day one, and
Oh
potentially
yeah, he will get called on day one. There's no doubt.
a top 15 for sure, maybe even a top 10 pick.
Yeah, my Saints pick 9th, so to me, that's a good sweet spot for him. I don't know if he's probably not. He's not going to go quite top 5. I don't think, especially Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
He'll be
those
the
top 5
top.
teams, they need some different type of help.
Yeah, exactly. They need trenches and stuff. But yeah, I think. I mean, like I don't think my Saints are that like. I mean, I went over it earlier, but yeah, the trenches I don't think are that terrible. And in the second, I mean, to me, the only position that I'd say we're like really just
QB.
terrible at right now is QB, but also the wide receiver. Like, unless we for some reason fall in love with although Jackson Dart, the way he's trending, I'm starting to think he might get taken in the top. He might be the second QB gone. I think Cleveland, the Giants, and the Raiders go QB, and Jackson Dart might end up in that range there because his stock's soaring. But the Saints, though, I just don't see wanting to mess with a first-round QB, especially if he can draft a receiver like a McMillan that seems to be a slam dunk type pick. And that's a position that's just, I mean, once Olave and Shaheed got hurt, I mean, shit, we were running fucking Cedric Wilson, MVS. I mean, our receiver room was awful once
Hey,
those two got hurt.
don't
We
you
had no
disrespect
depth.
Cedric
Jason
Wilson.
Tipton. I mean, we're running these guys out there that, I mean, yeah, these guys are NFL players. Like, I'm not trying to disparage them, but when it comes to when you compare it to the rest of the NFL, it's just we were really weak at that spot. And you could see Derek Carr, even when he was, I mean, he's not great, but I mean, without any weapons, I mean, it's like when he had weapons, he wasn't that bad. So if you give him some weapons, I think he's a decent bridge QB. Genty and Hampton will fall to the second round like Brees and Ken Walker in the 2022 draft. I think
I can dig it.
at least one
That's
will go
fact.
in the first.
I can dig that. Maybe
But, I mean,
Genty doesn't come out of the first.
I can understand that take because, I mean, running back, it is a very deep running back class. So I could see a lot of teams being like, yeah, we'll
And
wait on
I
that.
run.
Hey, don't disrespect State, North Carolina. Those are good programs, especially Boise State. Boise State's a really good program, and North Carolina is going to be good, I'm sure, with Bill. But, I mean, yeah,
Jedis aren't allowed
they
to
weren't
have
the
fun,
best.
Yeah.
No, dude's gonna die on a football.
That's an ACC product. I think a lot of the ACC schools have pro-style defenses. And
yeah, that's a decent conference.
Plays in the style of the pros. I am Fertoli.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Maybe
I think I'm in the Matrix, yo.
it is a
Matrix.
it is a very deep running back class. Anybody that needs a running back, they're probably going to be able to capitalize on the fruit of the
Tempted by the fruit of another.
There's just plenty of running backs in this class.
There's a lot of fruit on that tree. So the trees that don't have as much fruit, like the receiver position, I don't think is as deep as usual. I didn't do a deep dive yet on it, but I don't think it's as deep. So,
but I think we do have a good.
Hey,
like,
no one ever comes at you with a stabbing
wide
motion with a
receivers that
lightsaber, huh?
Looked high upon, like
The stabbing motion.
the Missouri, the Ohio State, the Arizona State,
Burden.
and
Luther
then
Burden, Emeka, what's his name? I can't ever get Emeka
Igbuka.
I guess.
Yeah.
Igbuka. The new
Oh man, shout out to
Puka?
Mbuka. That's my cousin.
Igbuka.
And then I don't know if
he's
you want
half
to
as
throw
good
him in
as
there
Puka,
because I thought we already heard that he's going to be a cornerback in the NFL. But Travis Hunter.
Oh, Travis. Oh, he'll play some receiver. I mean, for fantasy, it might not be that great if he's having to play
For
corner.
IDP,
but,
we're gonna like it
he's
'cause every
definitely
now
going
and
to
then he
get
gets
reps
sprinkled
at
in.
receiver.
Yeah, we do like this.
Yeah, we'll be able to. Yeah, how will that work? Will it be like? Yeah, probably, how will we do it? Like, how is Sleeper gonna
and
do it?
5
Will they
targets.
No,
split
you
it?
just
Or-
We
put him in your
definitely love
DB
this for
spot, and he gets
IDP.
everything that he does.
And he gets okay. Yeah, that's what they
It's-
do with Otani on some sites, but some
I mean,
sites
well,
on
but here's
fantasy
the thing,
baseball split
Oh,
Otani
yeah.
between.
No,
Yeah.
but see,
That's a
Sleeper
Yahoo
ain't like
thing, though.
that.
We
You know
don't
what I mean?
know
Sleeper,
about Sleeper.
like, okay, how
Sleeper
about
ain't
this?
gonna rock with that.
How about this?
Yeah,
Yahoo
I like just
Josh
forget it
Allen.
all.
Josh Allen throws a pick, then he gets the tackle. If you're in the IDP league, you get that tackle. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
So you know,
Yeah, well then, yeah, they'll probably just you could just put bruh in your. You could put bruh in your DB spot or your WR spot, and you'll
I
just
mean, we'll
get
probably not put him
whatever
in the
points
WR
he
spot
gets.
unless he's getting like significant snaps. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then maybe
What
on
up,
maybe if
Chase?
you're in a bind, right? Like you're in like a streaming situation, and you're like, all right, shit, my receiver's a hoot. I'm about to go ahead and throw in Travis Hunter.
Bakes is
That's,
saying
hey,
he
that's
thinks.
that's the cheat code.
Yeah, put Travis Hunter at DB. Yeah, that
Yeah,
could
no,
be a
that's
cheater.
where you're gonna want to. That's where you're gonna want to have him. Then he becomes.
Yeah, because I mean, if he's getting receiver reps, if he's getting that on top of his DB stuff, he's for sure gonna probably get more points than any other DB on
the
a weekly
stabbing
basis.
motion with the lightsaber.
Bakes
No one
is
ever
saying the
comes
only
out of
reason
it
why
with stabbing motion.
Bijan and Gibbs went so high is because they were from Texas and Alabama. Producing in those programs versus Boise and North Carolina is night and day. IMO.
He ain't lying.
I hear
It's
you,
SEC
but
is
but
not
it's
the
all
Mountain West.
D1 though. Boise State's are they still? I thought they had. Oh yeah, well the
That Mountain
Pac-12
West.
don't exist.
I think
Mountain
they're
West.
Mountain
Okay.
West.
They're trying to
Yeah,
get the
yeah, you're
Pac-10, I
right.
think.
Yeah, they're trying to get the Pac-10 back together, and Boise State would be a part of that. But I don't think they've been successful at that. So yeah, they're still Mountain
Omarion
West,
is,
but Mountain
ACC
West is
school.
solid.
ACC is pretty solid too. I like
Yeah,
it.
ACC's Power Five. I mean, Mountain
Tempted by
West.
the fruit
Mountain
of
West
another.
pretty much added Washington State and what's the other one that got left out of the Big Ten in the Big 12
I like
party?
SEC
Washington State and the Oregon State were basically Mountain West teams this year. So the Mountain West is actually a pretty competitive schedule.
Mm.
Yeah, it definitely ain't the same kind of competition though as the SEC. That's
Oh, for
the junior
sure.
NFL.
Yeah,
SEC
no, I
is
get
good,
that. I mean,
yeah.
that's why I understand why, because some people are saying Genty
Texas
should have won the
A&M for
Heisman,
a long time,
but I
right?
was like, nah, I mean, you had to give it to
Texas
Travis
A&M
Hunter.
in the SEC this last season was like #1 in the conference for probably the first 10 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Texas A&M was undefeated. Like they were beating all of those guys.
Texas was not A&M wasn't as. I mean, they weren't bad this year, but they weren't like undefeated. I don't think.
I can't. I know that Tennessee was doing pretty good, but they lost.
Tennessee
to
was good.
and then they lost to
Georgia.
Was it?
right?
Was it Ohio?
Yeah, Georgia.
I think it was Georgia.
Yeah,
Georgia and
the SEC.
Ohio. But they beat
Ohio
Texas,
State.
right? They beat Texas.
Yeah, A&M. Let's see. Well, yeah. I mean, they had a lot of. Oh, this is basketball. Where's fucking football? Mardi Gras season, ladies and gentlemen.
You must
Yeah,
get all the
actually, this year the SEC. Oh, they don't even have it listed because it's the off. It's fuck ESPN. They need to use a different website. But how did I not have NCAA football? Y'all are crazy. But what were you saying, kid? What was the
A&M being like the one of the top teams in the SEC, even though that they had a out of conference record that was less than desirable, but in conference, A&M in conference and the SEC was fucking dominating.
Let's see. They were 5-3 in conference.
So
8-5 overall.
I guess it was.
It was, man,
Maybe-
the SEC this year was super balanced. Texas was the only SEC team that had a 7-1 SEC record. Georgia and Tennessee were both 6-2, and then Alabama, LSU, South Carolina, A&M, Ole Miss, and Mizzou were all 5-3. Very balanced season. Yeah, Missouri, baby.
Mizzou has a lot of prospects that are very high NFL graders. There's the tackle, there's the running back, and then there's the wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Those three alone are definitely like slam dunk.
I have to say the kazoo is the most very underrated instrument out there.
The kazoo?
Yes. And the triangle.
They said the Mizzou
and the
kazoo.
The Mizzou Continue kazoo, with your conversation.
Baby. Hell yeah. Fucking even Vanderbilt was pretty decent last year in the SEC. They beat Alabama. The only team that was like awful last year was Mississippi State. They were 0-8 and 2-10 overall.
They were the worst team this side of Mississippi.
Bad. Yeah, Kentucky was bad too, 1-7, 4-8. But everybody else was at least 2-6. Oklahoma had kind of a rough first year in the conference, but fucking Texas, man, they didn't miss a beat. Steve Sarkisian, he's a fucking hell of a coach.
If you're from the West Coast and you say use the baddest motherfucker on this side of the Mississippi, that's a far more vast land to be the baddest motherfucker on that side, correct?
Yeah, there's not. It's not as densely populated though as the east side of Mississippi.
That's a good point.
So as far as overall people, it's probably the east side has more people, if I had to guess.
Well, with that said, I'm the baddest motherfucker on this side of the Mississippi. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
On this side of Mississippi. It's funny because New Orleans,
the reigning absolute East Side League champion.
New Orleans is the only part of Louisiana that's on the east side of the Mississippi. Well, in the North Shore, but there's most of Louisiana.
That's where I'm from, brother. East side.
I used to be. Wait. No, you're the west side.
No, I'm just saying from the east side, man.
The East Side League. Yeah, shout out to the East Side League.
Bogey One, he's from all over the place, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. St. Louis is west of the Mississippi, but Chicago is east of the Mississippi.
Interesting.
And that concludes this segment of GWN Geography.
Yes.
Yeah, we had science, geography. You learn everything in the GW.
If you had an educated guess that you were going to watch this show and you weren't going to learn education, you were wrong, sir.
Yeah.
If you had a hypothesis,
some education.
Just set the GWN to your TV network.
We homeschool over here at the GW.
So tell me, am I going to go too crazy over Slick Ricky then?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because Joanna, man, it's going to be Joanna, man, Ayuk and Kittle. Slick Rick, I don't think is going to really, he's going to be picking up the scraps probably, if I had to guess.
That is a good point.
If one of the big two in front, he will be number 3. So if one of the two in front of him get hurt, then he'll be in for a good role. Kind of like the way last year whenever Ayuk got hurt, then boom, Joanna, man, was a fucking fantasy star.
Hey, I'm okay with Slick Rick with Ayuk coming off that ACL. You know, he may not need come firing out the gate. You know what I mean? So they may need a guy that
the force is strong with that.
You know what I mean? To come out there and have a bigger role for at least the first half of the year.
That, yeah,
that's a good point.
So I'm not mad at Slick Rick. They got a lot of weapons, and if CMC is healthy, it just lightens the pressure for all these guys to really step up and
the pressure. You already drafted Slick Rick over Lane. He'll never live up to the
modern day bagpipes
capital.
I got a question for y'all.
Fire up the modern bagpipes.
For the new Lobby.
This could have been a Niners. We ain't got to
went to the Chargers. Because with the Chargers, he got to become the clear alpha. With the Niners, having to compete with a bunch of other people. So I'm glad that he went to the Chargers. But I got a question for y'all about CMC. If CMC is by like training camp, whatever, off season. He has a good, healthy off season. Is CMC back to being like a top
Yes.
5 consensus first rounder in redraft?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna
it
say
sucks because we got Jordan Mason. If he's healthy, he should get some reps, but we all know he ain't gonna get any.
No,
He's a restricted free agent, so we're gonna see what we do with him.
CMC, no matter how healthy of a training camp he has, the stigma of what happened last year is gonna not go away. It's gonna be factored.
So Mason is out there.
So I can already tell you,
a restricted.
I'm surprised Mason ain't even fucking taken up right now.
Wait,
he's restricted, so we're gonna have.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're gonna have to put a tender on him.
We're gonna have the first
draft
on the
pick
kid.
tender, and someone can extend an offer sheet to him, and then y'all have the opportunity to match the offer sheet. And if you don't match, then he can leave.
You know who could do that too? McDaniels and them down there in Miami.
Yeah, they might extend an offer sheet. Yeah. Wait, what? Why? Wait.
The Chargers.
Oh, the Dolphins. Yeah, Mike McDaniel.
The Chargers
especially
with
with
I have them everywhere.
Raheem Mostert out the door. Yeah, I could see that, being that they both run that same run scheme. Yeah. The Chargers. The Chargers need running back help.
Kid said something dope. I would like it if Jordan Mason went to the Chargers. Yes. I have all the Jordan Mason in all the dynasties of all the land.
And then they could they still have Gus Bus, but he ain't shit. And
Gus
JK
Bus
Dobbins.
and JK's gone. They're probably gonna draft someone in all reality.
No,
they need to draft
someone.
Yeah, it's
There's
a
too many
deep
running
running
backs in
back
this
class.
class.
They're definitely drafting someone. I could see them going with like they might go with like one of the Ohio State guys, the Iowa guy.
The root names I've seen is Hampton and the Ohio State kid.
Which one? There's 2.
Which one?
Henderson and Judkins. Yeah,
Judkins would be my favorite.
Judkins, okay. And the one that's soaring up boards after his 40 time is his vertical leap is Cam Scatebo from Arizona State. Scatebo. Yeah, my bad. Scatebo. Cam Scatebo from Arizona State.
Scatebo
soaring up boards.
That's a guy I can see the Niners actually drafted in like the 3rd round. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I think he sneaks in the 3rd round, and I think he'll he could be a year 1 contributor. The nickname Hall of Fame. Scatterboom. Have like a thing. He got me to make a shirt with him, like have a bunch of music, him playing the sax, like a bunch of notes. Yeah, there it is. He's already in the nickname Hall of Fame.
He already has a drop. I'm the Scat Man.
Garindo or Mason in Dynasty?
I'm flipping a coin on that one.
Yeah, I thought to say I don't really have a strong. I think wasn't Mason a little better?
Mason
is the GOAT.
Boss.
Yeah, I feel like Mason was better. Garindo was like kind of. He wasn't bad.
He was doing the workhorse. He was doing all the dirty work. 3 down.
Somebody look up Mason's shit, bro. Hey, somebody do that for me. Look up Mason's joint last year.
Mason had 780.
I picked up Mason every fucking redraft.
Jordan Mason was everything you wanted him to be.
Mason carried me in the East Side League until I got my other youngsters to get into play, bro. Shout out to Jordan Mason, bro.
Jordan Mason was a guy.
He had a strong first half. The only knock on him is that he's not much of a receiver. He only caught 11 passes for 91 yards.
He ain't never had more than like 3 targets in the game. So
yeah, that's why. I mean, he was good. He's a very efficient runner, but he was never on that CMC level because he wasn't getting the receiving work.
Yeah, though they both showed flashes. Mason's probably a little bit more polished and ready.
Garindo was good too. He averaged 5 a carry. He caught 15. He was a little better as a receiver.
And he was starting running back for the Niners.
How many attempts?
Anyone in that system. Garindo had 84 for 420.
Okay.
Mason had 153 for 789.
So he was kind of shitty. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
3 for 789.
No, I'm just saying, like, well, I mean, you have to consider that he was running
carry. That ain't shitty.
Yeah.
when he was the starter, highest percentage stack boxes. He was tied with like Najee, and there was a bunch of cats, but so he definitely was running against some stack.
Yeah, he's a free agent. I wonder where he'll end up.
Najee?
Someone will pick him up. I think somebody was saying your Chargers might sign him.
The Steelers are actually started contract negotiations with him.
Huh.
I can see him going back.
Yeah, he'll probably. Yeah, I don't know. Coach T just it's kind of.
I think
stale
J.K.
over
Dobbins.
there. They'll probably just bring him back.
J.K. Dobbins gets a
They'll
1 year
probably
deal.
bring Russ back too.
Yeah, I think your Chargers should bring back J.K. and draft a guy.
I'd like to bring him back for 1 year.
1 year
He'd
draft
be good
the
for
running
y'all,
back,
Lee.
and
I
then
think y'all
let him
should
go.
try to bring JK back. Like he was a legit force
He was.
for y'all last year. He was a difference maker.
Because Vidal did jack squat.
Yeah, no, Vidal, Haskins, Gus, none of them did. And Dobbins was the only like consistently good back for y'all last year. So yeah, and then y'all, I'm sure y'all are gonna draft someone fairly high and have like a 1-2 punch of Dobbins and a good rookie. I mean, they're gonna. Greg Roman loves to run the football.
Well, to me, if we don't draft a running back, it's gonna be a tight end.
I mean, just draft both. I mean,
That was the other one there that seen that unlocked. Colston Loveland.
Yeah, that's what I think is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he went to Michigan, so
Yeah.
that would make sense. Yeah, he
So,
played for Harbaugh. So.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, no, I could, have him and Will Dissly. That'd be a good tandem there at tight end. I mean, a lot of teams run those 2 tight end sets a lot. I think that's going to become a thing now. It's like you need to have not just 1, but 2 good tight ends. So there's so much 12 personnel nowadays.
Yeah, no, you can't go wrong with that one. Can't go wrong with that one. I do want to go back to the question you originally asked, though. CMC going into next year. I mean, right off the bat, I'm taking Saquon. I'm taking Derrick Henry. Probably taking Jahmyr Gibbs over him. Bijan's probably in that conversation. And then you got, the Justin Jeffersons, the Jamar Chases right there. So what is that, like 6 or 7 I just named? So CMC, he's going to be a late first rounder.
He's a late first rounder, exactly.
A 1-2 turnaround.
Right. And in Superflex, he's probably, he might even fall
that's true.
Second.
But then you got to throw it. I feel like you got to throw in the Pooks. I'd say the Pooks is a for sure first rounder.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Is a first rounder.
We're talking single QB.
The first round.
To the Pookster.
Yeah, the Pooks. He could be a top 5 pick in single QB.
Come
Probably
the guy.
They're the best fucking football players.
I fucking hey, look, I would kill for that motherfucker. I would unalive motherfuckers for the Pook. He's part of the fraternity. Let's fucking go.
God,
the
Pookie, stomp on the ground for Puka.
I would say,
Come on, bro. We putting ops in the ground for the Pook.
The top 5 right now would probably be Saquon, Jamar Chase, Bijan, Jettis, Gibbs, and the Pooks would probably be the top half of the first of a 12-man single QB.
I got Chase and Jefferson before any running back. If I'm early, I'm not touching a running back over those.
I'm taking Chase and Jefferson. Oh, and you know who's going to be a value this year?
Not crazy at all.
Lamb Chops play along.
Yeah, Lamb Chops is going to probably be a
value
first rounder. Yeah, he will be. Lamb Chops or Amon-Ra.
Fucking 180 targets. Come on now.
Even Amon-Ra had like a quote unquote down year from what we've used to seeing him since his rookie year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they're both. I think they're both gonna get a shitload of targets.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll go CD on that one, only because he's really getting all the looks over there.
180 targets.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, 30+% like on average.
And the Pooks, man, the Pooks, especially the Cooper Cup like that over there, man, the Pooks is gonna get so many targets. Oh my god,
for sure.
He's gonna be right up there with Chase and Jettis.
Hey, look, the Rams. Hey, I'm about to say this right now. The Rams, if there's no Cooper Cup, they are not playing. They're gonna get Devontae Adams, bro.
That's the rumor. I did hear that rumor that they're gonna go after Devontae Adams, and then they're good. And then, well, let's say They just brought Stafford back. I was like, then it's gonna Aaron Rodgers to the
No, because
Rams.
remember it was
but-
like, oh, we'll get Aaron Rodgers, and Adams like, no, we're just gonna keep Stafford and we'll still go get Adams.
Yeah, keep the
They're
hedge
not
games
playing.
out of there and bring in the guy that's actually still worth the shit. No one, I'm sticking by my theory that Rodgers is gonna have to retire, but
Nah, he's coming back, man.
If I'm the Giants, I'm bringing in Rodgers and Devontae. I'm not drafting a quarterback at 3. I'm drafting the best player, and you know what I mean. You can draft a quarterback in the late rounds, or next year you can draft that quarterback.
oh
So
no! I mean, we saw the Jets try that, and it didn't
Come
work
on,
out.
let the other New York team try it.
Let the other New York team crash.
It's just a New York state of mind.
I just
if
feel like
Cam Ward
at
ain't
this
there for him,
point-
and they don't believe in Shador, or you know what I mean. Take him for 1 year, and then draft the guy to sit for a year. You know what I mean? It's not a terrible plan. You draft somebody outside of Ward and Shador, which Shador is kind of his stock is kind of sinking right now.
Yeah, they're saying Shador could drop to 6.
Right, he might even drop further if the Raiders don't. You know what I mean?
It's easy. It's easy. He falls out of the top 5.
Right, and so
Because Pop L's, Leon Dion, he already came out and was like, nah, he's not finna go here, and there. So you know what I mean. There's already some parameters here, so he's gonna fall out of the top 5.
He might go to the Jets at 7.
Let's go.
No.
Don't tell it to Kidda.
Kidda does not like that at all. Why not?
I don't want to prioritize no goddamn quarterback.
I feel that kid. Like for my Saints, I don't want a quarterback this year.
No, they're good. They got Tyrod Taylor. They don't need anybody.
Yeah, I'm saying, we got Derek Carr.
Yeah, for all my Garrett Wilson shares.
We've got Derek
Travis is
Carr
at
to be
least
our
5
sacrificial
weeks
lamb
worth
this
of
year.
experimenting.
Bring Sam Darnold back? Are we bringing Sam Darnold back?
No, guess who's rumored for the Sam Darnold is the Colts.
Oh.
If they bring in Sam Darnold, it's for real.
Justin Fields
Richardson
on
being
the
the
Colts
number
could
1
bring
fucking
in.
quarterback of the future. Damn, that was
So
that
where
was
the fuck does
short-lived.
Justin Fields go then? Is he just staying in Pittsburgh?
I mean, if Russ leaves, then yeah, to me, I don't see why not. They were 3-1 under Fields.
All right, here it is. People within league circles think the Colts should be in play for Sam Darnold, who won't be tagged, and he's expected to hit free agency.
That doesn't make sense. to
That's
me.
funny. Anthony Richardson is worth the shit now.
Yeah,
Get rid of Richardson right now.
It's so bad if your name is anyone that's getting replaced by Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
I just think
I
the
don't give a
Fields
fuck what
thing
nobody
makes sense
says.
because then it's like
Especially
you can
when
kind of
you're-
have 2 mobile quarterbacks. You know, JT is the focal point over there. It's a run-heavy scheme. Like I think Fields would actually make sense for over there. I think he'd push Richardson, maybe steal the job from him, and then you wouldn't have to completely change the playbook. Like Darnold, that's just a completely different type of QB.
Yeah, it'd be it would be the Jalen Hurts system, prior to them.
I don't see them bringing in anybody with a bigger name than Anthony Richardson. You know what I mean? Sam Darnold's not really a bigger name, but it would be a bigger
Sam
name.
Darnold's going to
Sam
want to
Darnold's
pay
overall big.
Justin
Sam Darnold was
Fields.
2 games
You
away
can get
from-
Justin Fields at a pretty good price. So Sam Darnold, considering how strong of a season he's coming off of, he's going to want a pretty nice bag, and I don't blame him. I mean, he had a nice season.
For what it's worth. He does deserve to start. He was 2 games
Oh,
away
say it, Sam Darnold.
He'll for sure start, and even though he struggled in the playoffs, I mean, the bottom line was that he was a very consistent quarterback last season. He had very few bad games. He showed that he's a starting quarterback. He's worthy of being a starting quarterback at the NFL level, well over 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, only 12 picks. I mean, it's a favorable offense he was in, but he's only 27 to where he should, you would think, continue to improve his game. He's far better than the QB that was seeing ghosts with the Jets. So, I mean, I think he gets a fairly decent bag.
Yeah, so, I mean, he goes to the Colts, you got to start him pretty much. So
Right, exactly. That's why I
there.
don't really think that makes sense. I think a
Tennessee
team
makes some
like
sense to me.
a team that, I mean, a Jets
Michael
reunion could
Pittman
happen.
almost to the moon.
Giants could happen. I'd say the Raiders, all those all make sense. The who am I not thinking of? That would be a good one potentially. I mean, those are AFC. The Giants would be an NFC team.
So you're telling me if the Raiders sign Sam Darnold, he is the reason for a Brock Bowers sophomore slump?
The Raiders does sound like it makes sense, but I don't know. Russell Wilson on a 1-year deal. I mean, if you're the Raiders,
oh yeah,
you're
Pete
for a
Carroll,
quarterback. So
With
you're
old
not
crazy Pete,
trying to invest in one of these guys.
and
like
they trade for DK. Just get the whole band together.
What was the DK rumors? The Green Bay, I think they were talking about.
Yeah, Green Bay. That's kind of got shut down a little bit lately.
Yeah, the Sam Darnold market, I could see this scenario. The Sam Darnold market might not really come together like he's thinking, and he might just settle for a 1-year deal with somebody.
It's just that I can see that.
A front-loaded multi-year deal.
Those last 2 games might have cost him a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because, I mean, who's going to want to pay him some big bag? I mean, there's really not a big market for veteran QBs. Not many teams, I don't think, are going to be banging the door down.
I mean, look at the Jets for like Tyrod Taylor, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how bad it is right
bro.
now.
The Saints, Derek Carr, bro. I mean, these teams seem to be content with riding it out.
Would you take Sam Darnold? If there was a scenario where Derek Carr's gone right now, would you take Sam Darnold?
Oh, man. I mean, the problem is with Carr's money.
No cap space.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And because of that point, Bogey, that's why I think Sam Darnold's market isn't going to come. I mean, someone's going to sign him and start him, but he's probably not going to quite get the bag we're thinking it in. But he's still going to get enough more than Fields to where I think a team like the Colts would benefit from bringing in a Fields. Because you bring him in, he'll push Richardson. If anything, he'll help Richardson get better. And if Richardson really sucks, then, well, we ride it out with Fields. And if he sucks too, well, then draft a QB in 2026.
Hey, Kenny, here's one for you. 2 minutes ago, the Jets are expected to add a Tier 2 veteran quarterback to pair with Tyrod Taylor and draft a quarterback on day 2.
His name is Gardner Minshew.
Is that
Jalen Milrow?
Tier 2 is considered Marcus Mariota, Justin Fields, or Carson Wentz.
Oh my God! Justin Fields is so much better than Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Carson Wentz couldn't even win another Super Bowl.
Wouldn't be bad. Mariota I could see Mariota to Miami.
I don't want Mariota. I want Tyrod Taylor.
I think Tyrod's fine for y'all. Mariota to me would make sense for the Dolphins. I feel like if Tuna Fish Tua would get knocked out for a few games, you could plug in a Mariota. Mariota, he's not good if you need him for a full 17, but if you just need someone for like 2 or 3 games, I think he's a very solid backup.
He probably goes back to Washington, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They can afford to pay him high-end backup money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, to me, he would, he just going back there would make sense. But
he was a good mentor for Jaden Daniels.
Right.
He's the 60th best. Like, is he really like 60 best fucking quarterback in the world right now?
No, that's Colin Kaepernick.
Like,
let's ask this question.
Jets signed Colin Kaepernick. Breaking news.
Right behind you.
Who is the best free agent quarterback on the market right now? Is it Sam Darnold?
Yeah, but that's the issue is that because of that, they just don't really have many good ones, so where they're all just gonna, whoever is in the market, they're gonna bargain shop. I don't think it's gonna really be a big bidding war for these guys. I think teams are gonna. Yeah, they're gonna have interest, but it's gonna be all right. Can you come here for just like 15, 20 million? No one's gonna want to go spend a big bag on these guys.
Damn.
Well, the cap number for what? If they tag a quarterback, it's $40 million.
At 35 million at least,
Sam Darnold
might be
over
up
3
to
years.
40.
It sounds like a kind of a deal, to be honest.
I mean, if you can get Sam Darnold at a pretty good value, I think one of these teams might just be like, all right, we'll give you a multi-year deal if you're willing to take less per year. If he's willing to do 20 mil a year, someone will for sure give him a 3-year contract.
Yeah.
You know, if he's smart,
I would beg my Jets to sign that
No shit.
Yeah, that's a steal.
And push it over. It's like, hey,
Yep.
get Donald for 3 years.
I think he's legit scared to play there because he's gonna see ghosts.
Yeah, I think he'll get at least 25, maybe 30. Like I think he'll get him a decent
30
bag
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get him a decent bag. But it's just like I'm interested to see if will there ever be a day that
3
we
years
see
for
like
30 means
2
that
or
a team
3
views you as a
like
franchise
big
quarterback.
QBs all hit free agency, kind of like that year with with in baseball. It seems like every year there's like 2 or 3 huge names that hit free agency.
You know what's weird about baseball? Now we got relievers making close to $100 million contracts.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm a
absurd in
reliever.
baseball. Yeah,
It's
the
like,
Dodgers
these guys
pay
throw
their
one
fucking
inning a
7th
game,
inning
60
reliever
days a year.
$20 million a year. Yeah, it's
And they're
fucking
making
absurd.
like 28, 29 million.
Oh man, baseball contracts. People bitch about NBA players not playing. Lord, these MLB pitchers, man, you give them these huge bags and half the contract, they're out with TJ.
Exactly. The next, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
What up, Johnny Mittens? Appreciate you tuning in, bro.
Yo.
Mittens.
I like. Hey, let's
Boy,
go back to
Mittens.
that Bakes question. This is just for fun.
Okay.
That one right there.
The Elite WRs. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I was already looking at it. Pretty.
This is just
It's Puka, it's Amon-Ra, it's AJ, it's Neighbors, it's Marv. If we're talking next year.
Yeah, I agree with that Steamboat. That order sounds good for.
I like Amon-Ra number 1, and then I do throw Puka,
Amon-Ra
AJ,
over Puka,
and then Neighbors
I'm going
and
to
Marv. Yeah,
you can make the argument too. Neighbors over AJ coming up next year. I could see him ascending up into that group, but
you know,
Marv
depending on what
be
their
in the
QB
conversation.
situation is.
That's just wild. We don't need to have Marv in the conversation.
Yeah.
The real reason you wanted to have this conversation.
Never met. I remember going back to last year, kid. They hated Marv. Fuck. Marv isn't even worthy of being on an NFL field in Kansas.
He should not be in this conversation.
He is not his father's son, I guess.
If we're talking about the Ohio State guys,
the
we need to throw JSN in here. Get Marv out, put JSN in the conversation.
Man,
you know?
I definitely think Marv. I think Marv will be fine. Like I mean, he didn't have the best rookie year, but he was still though pretty solid. He had, I mean, considering where he was drafted, you expected a little more. I will admit, Malik Neighbors, like I gotta say, like Malik Neighbors at this point, you gotta Marv versus Malik Neighbors. That isn't really much of a debate. I think the real debate for next year, as far as the second year, the sophomore receivers, Marv or Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah, at this point, I think I'd lean Brian Thomas, but I think that's an actual debate. Neighbors, I mean, it's Neighbors.
You want to know what's
Brian
crazy about Brian Thomas?
This close from doing all of the Brock Bowers stuff.
Oh yeah, he had a great rookie year, and then with a healthy T-Law, I mean, I think I'd go with him as of now over Marv.
Here's the thing with BTJ. If you want to do like a real quick deep dive, he was balling, but then once he got into the double-digit target range, right? I think he closed out with like 6 games straight with double-digit targets. It was all Mac Jones, and there was no Christian Kirk or Evan Ingram for that matter. So that's the one thing I worry about, because when you're talking about like Neighbors, that's far and away. He's
Neighbors,
like 40% target market share.
Yeah.
He's probably like he's in the realm of like CeeDee Lamb as far as elite target market share,
definitely
prime Devontae Adams. This is that type of target market share. So we almost don't even give a fuck who's throwing the ball for real when it comes to Neighbors. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like, what's his name? Marv, you know what I'm saying? Like Marv, I mean, listen, Kyler Murray, you got to go back like 4 years when everyone was hype on Kyler Murray. Like, oh my God, he could be this guy because he was finishing like QB2. And then if he stayed healthy. But like when you look at his averages, he's only throwing about like 22 passing tugs. And it's like, so what do you think someone like Marv is going to get? 6, maybe? You know what I mean? Like I just don't really see it. And I was beating the drum last year so to speak, based on I was thinking he's going to get a 30% target market share when we were talking Marv. But the biggest question was, is he his father's son? And I stand before you now and say he's not. Somebody, we got to get Maury. Rest in peace to Maury, by the way. Maury, somebody's got to do the blood test. That's not his pops, bro.
Yeah. Hey, go on, Murray. You are not the father.
Come on, man.
Damn, bro, that's fucked up.
I mean,
We got one from Bakes here. Brock Bowers or Malik Neighbors?
I'm going Neighbors. I think the better comparison is Bowers or Brian Thomas Jr. Because Neighbors is kind of already.
I'm taking Brian Thomas over him. But maybe if you're in the tight end league, it's going to become in
a tight end league. I'm going Bowers, but not over Neighbors. I will go with him over Thomas, but Neighbors or Bowers. Yeah, I'm gonna go Neighbors. I'm going Neighbors. Neighbors is just such an elite target share.
And I'm not going Brian Thomas Jr. over Neighbors ever.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, we made that clear. Yeah. Neighbors. It's like Neighbors is already in the group. He's in that tier. I'd say with AJ Brown, fucking CD, the Pooks. Like,
it could be Lawrence, man. T-Law could fuck it up for BTJ next year.
Yeah, that's true.
I do like the system. I do like the system that's there. We got Liam Cohen going on there.
Liam Cohen, man. Like, yeah, that's a good system though, where like I think BTJ is a low end WR1. I think he's right up there. Here's one for y'all: Brian Thomas Jr. or Drizzy Drake London.
Oh, I'm taking BTJ.
BTJ off of
BTJ.
I'm going Drake London.
Drizzy.
You know what's crazy? Drake London.
Only for the
Drake London did get a fuck ton of targets.
I'm about to say it with Penix. Like, he still was eating with Penix. So, like, and it's Penix under
at the end
center.
Of the year, that was pretty nice.
I mean, I kind of
nice for
with T-Law. Like, I kind of think I might have to go Drizzy on that one. Like, they're close, but yeah. I think that'll be an interesting debate. That's going
to be trying to play for a contract pretty much coming up for this year.
That is true. That is
so,
I think he might go crazy this year. Yeah, for sure.
Penix can definitely, you know what I mean, get him all the volume over there. We know Kyle Pitts
honestly, this might be the year. Last year is the year all the fucking like industry goofballs are saying to draft Drake London. I think this is the year this might be the year Drake London really ascends into being like a truly elite.
You ever watch Drake London?
I feel the same way about Bijan.
He doesn't really do anything fancy at all, but
catches touchdowns.
I'm about to say he just seems solid. Yeah, he's a big body.
We like that. He's not going to blow past nobody. Pause. You know what I mean? And he's an okay route runner, but he's definitely he's got the size, 50 ball it, and contested catch it, and big body everybody. You know what I mean?
He catches touchdowns.
So I mean, he had 100 receptions last year, over 1,200 yards, 9 tugs. I mean, he definitely wasn't a bust last year.
Fuck no.
And he took the nice step forward. So I mean, if he would take another step forward,
he had 17 catches and 31 targets in them 2 games with old lefty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
No, he went so insane with them to where actually the real question might be fucking.
I'm taking BTJ.
Fucking Drizzy or actually this would be a Drizzy or Nico Collins in redraft.
I'll probably take Nico because I'm putting Nico also in that same category as CeeDee Lamb until further notice.
I was about to say Nico's a WR1, so I feel like him and Drizzy London, they're going to be going in a similar range. And I mean, shit, JSN, he had such a great stretch. To me, you could throw JSN in there as a potential WR1.
But he could be in that guy. He could be that guy that's solid 30% target market share.
Bakes said Drake or Garrett Wilson. I'm going London.
Yeah, I go
London.
Wilson's more of a WR2 for me. I don't trust him to take that step.
And he's got Tyrod Taylor throwing him the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
London, man.
As of now, I mean, any
as of
quarterback
now,
can bring in there, though.
Even Sam Darnold, I don't think would elevate him to being like quite a WR1. I mean, he's good though. I think he's a for sure WR2. He's in that range that say with like the laddie, both laddies, a Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, T. Higgins, Devontae, like that's the Marv, like the Rashi, you know,
When
Rashi
they had
Rice,
when they had Aaron Rodgers and he was in that final stretch and he was throwing the ball 45 to 50 times a game, definitely everybody was eating, but there was so much volume and you had an actual and like like this is why I don't give up on Aaron Rodgers yet, because he was in his groove because he had to be. They were such a terrible team overall, so he was just throwing a lot, which is not an Aaron Rodgers thing, but the efficiency was there. So we saw him get peppered. If he's the only guy there, I'm gonna make a case for Garrett Wilson being one of the better values this year. You know what I mean? Because we'll be able to get him.
I think he'll definitely be a
WR3/4.
value this year. I agree. I think he's going to be a value because last year, because of the
And
Rodgers,
Tyrod Taylor
he
sounds
wasn't a
dumb.
value. He wasn't a value because
You
of that.
bring in Gardner Minshew, let's go. Bring in the Ginsu.
I'm taking a running back over Garrett Wilson
For sure.
Yeah, I'm not
because
fucking
by
with
the
him until I
time
see it.
by the time I'm rolling,
I'll take Chase
I'm
Brown
rolling around
over Garrett
thinking about
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, I might already have.
How
Chase
far-
Brown.
So Chase Brown, James Cook, Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving, that's a sweet spot for running back, man. Shit, I might just go ahead and lock up receiver with my first two picks, and then I'll go ahead and grab
try to
those
buy our
value
style?
running backs.
Well, you're gonna get.
But that's the
bro.
playmaker way. That's the playmaker way for Shelley.
Yeah, especially in the
Heavy
full
receiver,
PPR.
those guys
heavy receiver
are replicated. When you got to get the elite receivers, and then there's the other guys. The top two. There's a top 24, but like there's the elite who is getting the target.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, even in the super flex, I notice like in the SPI, like my best I do best in that league usually when I wait on running back. Like I feel like waiting on running back, especially in a super flex, is big. Obviously, you got to address the QBs early, and then once you get your QBs, then a lot of times you can load up on WRs because a lot of people, oh fuck, I need running back, but it's like fuck it, I'll just kick the can on running backs, load up on receivers right after I take my two quarterbacks, and then I'll get like last year I had like a James Conner that balled out, and Joe Mix a lot.
I'm the reigning East Side League, the absolute East Side League champion, and I think the first running back I snapped off was Javonte. Then I followed it up with Chase Brown. And then I followed it up with Jordan Mason. Those are the only ones I drafted. And I lucked into Tyrone Tracy later on in the year. And I only got Javonte in my lineup twice all year. It was just one of those things because I loaded up on receivers because that's where it's at. You know what I mean? When you're talking, like, we need – it's a shootout, bro. You know what I mean? That's how I'm viewing it. I'm trying to
take it to the skies.
The air raid, bro. It's a fucking air raid. Yep. Yeah, that's in the days NFL. It's more and more about the passing. So,
and every year it's always different. But I just stayed playing that way, and that's I've had more success doing that than like bank. And it's not wrong to bank on hella running backs, but you just gotta hope they don't die, or else it won't work. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. To me, it's just kind of like, I agree with the sentiment of like. The receivers tend to, if you invest the early investments, you tend to want to go with the elite but safer investments. Like there's the receivers are right there, the running backs, and they tend to be more reliable. So it's like, well, fuck it, I want to go with the receivers. And the running backs used to be, I feel like, more the premium in the standitos, because they outscore the receivers by a good bit. But in the regular PPR, that's become like the new standard. It's like, fuck it, I tend to want to go with the receivers.
Hell yeah, we take it to the skies.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I like this conversation though with the BTJ because like I've been in mad dynasty mode right now, and I keep forgetting like when people are like London or BTJ, I'm like, oh, you're right, this is redraft. I would definitely take London with that target market share because like because PPR. Because still at the end of the day, Brian Thomas is a guy that could finish in the top 5 because he's just bombs away. He's that type of guy and red zone.
Yeah, and then T-Law, like, if him and T-Law can really get on the same page, bro, that could
happen
be
early
really
on.
lethal.
It happened early on, but the target market share wasn't there because the snap count wasn't quite there yet. And it just so happened. I deep dove on this because Brian Thomas Jr. is one of the more polarizing ones to me in this offseason. Like, okay, how I want to make sure I don't jump the gun too much in redraft because I'm so hyped in Dynasty, because in Dynasty he's jump cut a lot of these motherfuckers. Like You know, like I've got to decisions where it was like someone takes BTJ and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna take Nico here. You know what I mean?
Well,
'Cause I
here's
didn't want to
another,
be there like,
here's another
BTJ or
example.
Nico. Like, you know
What
what
are
I
we
mean?
doing with Brian Thomas Jr.? Last year it was Brian Thomas Jr. or Ladd McConkey in your rookie drafts. Now you got redraft situation. Are you taking the Laddie or are you taking Brian Thomas Jr.? This is redraft.
feel
You
like-
only get them for this season.
I feel like
For sure. I
the
think I'd
lad's gonna go
lean
later.
Brian Thomas Jr.
The lad's going later, so I'll probably just be happy.
But yeah,
having
the
lad.
lads would probably be a better value.
Yeah.
So yeah, from
Yeah,
a
if you had to
value
ask me,
standpoint, the
Lad's
lads.
gonna have to be the sure number one. He did it. You saw it with Herbert. He's, you know what I mean. He should be a year better. You know, Jacksonville was, like you said, Mac Jones was in there. It was new coach. So I mean, in theory, yeah, Brian Thomas is the better talent for sure. But Ladd McConkey's role over there is solid. And I would bank on that as the most sure thing happening.
And here's another thing.
Where you
Even
got
if they was my bad, Diamond Joe. But even if they was to add someone like a Diggs or like a trade for Tyreek Hill and get someone else to the Chargers, like Ladd did everything he did on like no more than 7 targets a game. You know what I mean? So it's
Exactly.
like even if they don't add anyone, we're probably seeing like Keenan Allen type shit. And you know, but now with the new Laddie, you know what I mean, where he's getting 10 to 12 targets a game. So this, and I like greasy better than I like down the field big splash plays. So this is a real question here. I probably would go McConkey because someone's gonna beat me to BTJ, and then I'll be able to get the lad at a value. You know what I mean?
I would just value as well the better team. I want the player on the better team more times.
But I can make a case the garbage time is in the fold when it comes to
the Jaguars.
They count the same.
Come on,
One of
man.
the most famous garbage time teams
It's almost
of
guaranteed.
all fantasy football history.
The Jacksonville garbage.
When you think
line.
of garbage time, like Jacksonville is the
It's
team
fucking
you think of.
legit, man.
Jacksonville. Anybody on Jacksonville? That like last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, you're gonna see their numbers get boosted all of a sudden. You're like, oh, I thought I was out of it, but all of a sudden my Jacksonville guy.
Yeah, that's why I like Jacksonville for fantasy. Yeah, fucking garbage time, baby. BTJ carried me in a few leagues last year down the stretch.
Hey, Mac Jones was borderline startable in
bonkers.
Hey, he was balling.
Definitely.
Yeah,
he really was.
He said it.
Because their defense is fucking
Well, he
horrible.
wasn't balling. He was just throwing it at BTJ. Let's fucking
he like Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles 2.0.
Oh, my man Blake Horribles. He was the shit.
Baby.
He's part of the fraternity. We win titles.
And
baby.
he robbed
Shout out
the
to
mob,
Blake
bro.
Horribles.
Yeah, he robbed the mob and Blake Bortles, bro.
Come on, A-Rob the Mob and Alan Hearns.
Alan Hearns.
Yeah.
Alan Hearns.
Yeah, he had that terrible injury when he went to the Cowboys.
Yeah, but the Allens, bro. Yeah, and he had it in the playoffs too. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Let's
Jake
see.
said
All right, I got some
Dunze will
blurbs
have
for
more
y'all.
fantasy points than London next year. Y'all agree with
Who?
that?
Wait, who?
Roma Dunze will finish with more points
Oh,
than,
come on.
than London.
I'm
I'm
not.
not doing that.
It's unless DJ Moore ends up out for the season. That'd be the only way. Because if DJ Moore's there's no way Roma Dunze is
Roma Dunze is on the block.
the target, to get there. London's gonna get by far more targets, but I mean, if DJ Moore were to get injured, and Caleb Williams is, if anything, Penix is probably more fantasy friendly QB than Caleb Williams. So I mean, because Penix has had a lot more college experience. Caleb Williams is still.
Hey, you know what?
More
I
of a
feel
work in
like
progress.
Chicago is locked in the trenches here. Like I feel like they're gonna do that and then target later round running back, but they're going trenches here. And because this is how the success in Detroit for Ben Johnson came because they had a good offensive line and a decent run game. It
started with Kenny Sewell.
And I fuck with Jared Goff. He's a smart QB, especially when you go through several different systems and be able to find the success. So you become the common denominator, not just the system you're in. But in this case, that system that he was in is going to be with Caleb Williams. I feel like they're going to be in a ton of shootouts just being in that division. You know what I mean? I mean, if we want to talk some new garbage time, right? The Chicago's in that conversation for me too. I like Odunze. Is he going to out reception DJ Moore. It's whoever. Like they're all interchangeable. This is what I've been trying to figure out.
Keenan Allen's out of town. He might have a chance at it.
Exactly, and he's got to be the fuck out of there. You don't want a guy to overshadow one of your rookies because he's gonna always look better. Like Keenan Allen's gonna always look better than the guy when in practice. You know what I mean? You got to get real game time with Odunze because Odunze did look lost a lot of times last year. You know what I mean?
I'm looking at his game log here. I mean, he had a couple really big games over 100, but yeah, a lot of his games are just very pedestrian. He only had 3 touchdowns. He just never. It just seemed like he could never really get in a good consistent rhythm last year.
He kind of was the 3 over there essentially.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't horrible, but
he was coming off a year where he was the number 1 receiver in the country, damn near statistically. You know what I mean? Like he was up there.
Yeah, fact.
So yeah, you go from you D guy to now you're a slot receiver essentially. Like it was a big. Odunze
or Slick Rick?
I'm going Rome.
Right?
Oh yeah, I'm going Rome because Rome. I think Keenan Allen, even if he does come back, I think Odunze will assert himself as the number 2.
Rome Odunze or Jameson Williams?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna look up Jameson real quick.
Because
Jameson had a foul last year. Holy shit!
He kind of just Jameson.
But we got to remember Ben Johnson's out of the building, so
he might be the Jameson Williams in this offense minus the explosiveness. Because
I was about to say, he's a different kind of receiver. Jameson's the kind of motherfucker. Anytime he touches the ball, he might take it to the house. So
Rome Odunze is Jameson Williams without the explosiveness. He's gonna get more receptions than a Jameson.
Right. Yeah. He'll definitely. I get your point. Though. Yeah, he'll be in that role, a pretty high volume role there. I think though that. That's a good one. I think they're gonna be very similar in ADP. It'll depend on what happens with Keenan Allen. If Keenan Allen leaves, I'll go Rome.
He's gone. We're living in this world. He's gone.
In this world, okay. Well, then I'll give the edge to Rome. Give me Rome, especially with Ben Johnson there. Yeah, give me Rome. I'll take Rome over Jameson. Yeah, because Jameson's a little too volatile. I think Rome will be more consistent. He'll have a better floor.
I like it.
I'm probably taking Jameson in that spot there, only because you know that's Detroit's offense. There's so much.
Yeah. That's so close. That is tough. That's tough.
Tough call. You got time on
another one. This is a good one from Bakes here. Odunze or Olave. That's another tough call.
I'm taking Rome.
Yeah. I mean, if Olave's over the concussions, man, he might have a nice season.
He might be.
If we draft T-Mac, though.
Odunze is the best wide receiver prospect we've ever seen.
They said the same thing about the QB position when it came to Jesus Christ, Trevor Lawrence.
He's the only wide receiver to have a green mark on every single route in the route tree. He's the only one that has a green on all 9 routes in the wide receiver route tree.
Yeah, shout out to Matt Harmon.
I'm not sleeping on Rome. I put that more on Caleb and the offensive line and the coaching over there.
Yeah, I mean Ben Johnson should definitely help Rome get to a new level. Yeah, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I mean, I want an Olave bounce back for sure, but realistically, I'd probably have to say Rome.
I like it. Okay.
I mean, I would probably take Olave.
Rome or Chris Godwin.
Healthy next year? Just say Olave.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
It's too many unanswered questions here. I mean, Chris Godwin is.
I said don't answer it.
No, I'm not answering that one. We don't know where Godwin's gonna go.
Chris Godwin's actually going to be a
value.
I
don't care where he goes. He's going to be Chris Godwin, and he's got Godwin
in his name.
He's going to get a nice little contract this year. Probably.
I'm trying to place Rome Odunze where I'm like, okay, it's Rome Odunze time. When certain players fly off the board, I go, all right, fine, Rome Odunze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably.
You know what? Fuck it. Give me Olave. I'm with you, Don.
Oh, okay. Rome Odunze or DJ Moore.
I'm still going DJ Moore all day. Yeah, I'm still going DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
DJ
Moore. Hold on, I got one for you. Rome Odunze or Chase Brown.
Ooh.
Oh, that's easy.
Give me Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
Rome
I love Chase
Odunze
Brown.
or the garbage Marvin.
Oh,
Garbage.
That's a good one right there.
Garbage Harrison.
Oh, come on.
Garbage
Oh,
Harrison
Gotta be
Senior.
Rome.
Because
These
he's
guys
the
were
father
both
of
top 10
himself.
draft picks.
I'm
last
going
year.
Rome Odunze over Garbinson every day.
So that,
Jesus,
because someone's going to pull up
Garbinson.
Garbage way before Odunze too, I feel, you know?
For sure.
Well, yeah, value-wise, Odunze
Yeah,
would
so
probably be
somebody's
better,
gonna do
but
it
head
for him.
up? Nah, come on.
Yes. Hey, even heads up.
I'll just move past on Garbage, and I'm okay if I'm
Outperform
wrong about
Garbinson
Garbage Harrison.
for sure.
God
Senior.
damn, y'all like how he was like the worst thing ever as a rookie.
I mean,
he wasn't
does
great.
Pull
but-
him up. What was the
He
stats?
does
I did. I mean, they
really,
weren't
really
great,
What
but
was
Listen,
Marv?
kid
Hold on,
is-
what's
for a
Marv's
kid is at a
stats?
rookie,
point
they
where-
weren't that terrible.
Let's
Kid
do
is at
this
a
for
point
right
He
where
had
now.
Marvin
eight
Harrison can
touchdowns.
go
He had
for-
8
for 150.
touchdowns.
Kid is at the point where Marvin Harrison can go for 150 and 2 touchdowns, and he'll tell you why it was bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
This is accurate.
We got to curve.
Yeah.
Did you watch him play football? I mean, this guy's
There's a-
legs move.
At this point,
as
it's a
fast as
conflict of
hamster
interest for you to
on
comment
a
on Marvin
on a
Harrison.
hamster's wheel, but he don't go nowhere. It's like
You're right. It might be conflict of interest.
he it's a
Just
big body,
disregard
but
all the Garbage
We have
Harrison
to
comments
dismiss
by
you
him.
from the Marvin Harrison
a
case.
mummy out there. He ain't moving nowhere.
No, who knows? But yeah, Marvin is a guy that if he wasn't going to be
Okay,
overdrafted-
Marvin Harrison Jr.
might
or
have-
Mike Evans?
Mike Evans.
Yeah, in redraft, I actually might go Mike Evans.
Let's go.
It's close,
I'm
though.
with you.
It's close.
I'm doing
That's a
it.
close one. 'Cause, I mean, Mike Evans is getting a little long in the tooth, but I mean, he's trying to keep that streak going. That
He's trying to beat
1,000-yard
the streak
streak.
now.
He's trying to beat
He
the
just
streak
tied
this
the
year.
GOAT.
Yeah, he tied the GOAT Jerry. Yeah, if he would break his record this year.
The GOAT of all football,
The
Jerry.
shittiest
Rice.
Mike Evans season will be the best fucking Marvin Harrison season.
Man,
One of his 10.
man. The Kyler Murray hate is bled into Marv. I feel I get Kryler too, but don't blame MHJ for having a bitch ass QB.
But
I mean,
but MHJ,
it's reality.
People just
The way
love
he
to hate on the
It's
card.
reality.
It's a disaster, and there's a like I get it now why he didn't do any of the pre-draft testing and showcases because the guy just doesn't move very well. He's not he's not a real elite talent. If he's open, will he catch the ball? Sure. But in terms of like Odunze versus Marvin Harrison, Odunze all day. And then I've got so many names before Marvin. He will get drafted, if he falls. But he's got to fall.
Marvin or the Scottish lad himself, Terry McLaurin.
Oh, I'm going the old bagpipes. The old bagpipes for sure.
Okay.
We're firing up the old bagpipes.
Okay, let's play this game. Let's find the Kidda Marvin Harrison cutoff, right? Okay. Marvin Harrison or Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to lower. This is gonna have to be like Steve
Marvin
Slater.
Harrison or Marquez Valdez Scantling.
Right? That's basically where we're at.
He's not even on the team.
No. See,
He was pretty good from the Saints in the stretch last year. We had a skeleton crew of receivers. He was
Injured
the
Rasheed Rice.
receiver in the second half of last year. That's why I'm talking
Injured
about.
Rasheed Rice
was
with a
low-key
suspension
balling with
looming over
Derek
him
Carr.
or Marvin Harrison Jr.
It's closer to Josh Jones.
I was gonna say Ricky Pearsall or Marvin Harrison.
I'm going Josh Downs over Marvin Harrison.
Hold on, Ricky or Marv?
Josh Downs is actually pretty hard. Like Josh Downs, it seems to be passing up Michael Pittman as their number one. Like Josh Downs.
Okay, Michael
Pittman.
Pittman.
Josh Downs is good.
I think I might have Pittman still over Marvin Harrison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, hell no.
Damn.
No way.
Romeo Dobbs or Marvin Harrison?
Romeo Dobbs. What?
Packers over Marvin. That their receiving
Yeah.
core is a nightmare for fantasy.
Okay. All right. There it
Even
is.
Jaden Reed was a
You
bust.
There you
cannot
go.
be on the jury.
All right. So Marvin Harrison.
If
beats
Marvin
out the
Harrison kills somebody, he can't be on the
There
jury.
you go.
Marvin Harrison can't run a red light.
Oh man, Marvin Harrison, man. What are
So,
we gonna
yeah.
do with him?
Harrison,
I guess he's gotta get the
Harrison gets
DNA
pass
test.
against the Green Bay receivers.
Hey, any receiver that's drafted in the top 10, top 15 of the real NFL draft, they got 3 years before that. That third year is the bust out year. So don't sleep on Marv. Yeah, he's got the tools to be one of
He
them.
doesn't move very well. I'm just telling you.
He's fucking huge.
Watch-
He's
watch.
plenty fast
8
enough.
touchdowns
No,
last
he
year.
ain't
Pretty
really
good.
though.
He's like a poor man's
It's
Drake
pretty
London.
damn sloppy slow out there. That guy is moving like a fucking.
And he's got the size. Like he's got
Okay,
size. He's got
Spencer.
maybe
speed.
that's
Oh,
why
hey,
I don't
Spencer,
see him moving
London-
very good,
London or
because
Marv?
He might be
Oh,
like a little
Drizzy.
bit bigger.
Okay.
But
Drizzy, yeah,
when
yeah.
I watch Marvin Harrison move, I'm like, this guy is not
So
even
you don't
built
put
for
Marv.
the NFL.
Where do you put Marv, Spence? You put him like at the back of the 24?
I think he's like for redraft. I would say mid to low WR2. I'd put him somewhere around like the Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, or maybe a little lower, just because it's like with Kyler. Like Kyler is, I'll admit, Kyler isn't an elite. He's definitely not elite. He's borderline just mid as far as like he's not the kind of
Wilson?
QB that's gonna really
Oh, he's
like
talking about Kyler Murray.
elevate your number
talking
one
about Kyler Murray.
receiver. So like it's one of those things to where I think all right, how about this one? Marv Jr. or George Pickens?
Ooh, okay.
I think that's kind of like where we're at.
I'm going to
with
go
it.
Marv.
Or Chris
I-
Godwin's
I
in
wanna
there, I'd
I
say.
think Pickens
I
make
don't know.
better
DK
plays than
Metcalf's one I'd put in there. DJ Moore,
Pickens
James
Here's the
can
thing,
Flowers.
George
make
Pickens
those
These
just
are
wants to
all
make
these
every
guys-
highlight
go.
play.
All these
Guys
guys are
the
pretty good
highlight
at
reel.
football. When you watch Marvin Harrison, it's like, is this guy good at football? I've never felt like I've never gotten the impression off of watching Marvin Harrison Jr. play
Oh, I
football.
was talking
that this guy is good.
redraft bakes. Obviously not in
Whereas
Dynasty. You're
George
talking
Pickens,
redraft bakes.
some of the plays that he makes,
Yeah, we're talking
you go,
redraft bakes.
oh, this guy can play some football.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does make those stupid plays where you're like, oh, this guy, how the hell does he fucking make that stupid decision? Like why did he catch it like that? Why couldn't he just keep his feet together and stay in bounds and know where he is at the field when it comes to a sideline throw? But Marvin Harrison does not move very well.
For where you're going to have to
Bakes
draft
doesn't
him
agree.
next year,
Bakes is saying he was elite in college with Stroud. He has that dog in him. It will show this year.
for where you're going to have to draft him in fantasy next year, I can personally agree, let you know I won't have any of them. It would be too high for me. I haven't seen it yet to where you're going to be drafting him betting on the upside year coming. And I always want to see it 1 year before I'm drafting it. So
Yeah, it's kind of like with the
hate him, but he
Drake
does have
London thing. I didn't have much Drake London last year, but he kind of
Exactly.
broke out, so I'll probably
I'll
have
def-
him a good bit this
Exactly.
year.
He's one of those guys. I feel good about.
Yeah,
having
yeah.
him.
Marv Jr., he'll probably be this year's Drizzy. He'll be the guy that's going in like the third round, and I'm probably not going to be that high on it, but
Right.
also, if he would slip, I'm not going to be opposed to picking him up. I'm for sure picking him up over at Josh Downs. And I like Josh Downs. I really do. I think he's on the rise, but I feel like even if you don't like Marv, you got to admit that he's by far the number one receiver over there. As far at the receiver position, I mean, yeah, they got Trey McBride who's good and a target hog, but it's like as far as the wide outs there, like he's the clear alpha. Like Michael Wilson ain't shit. Like, oh, here's one from Khalil Shakir, MHG.
There you go. I like that one. Yeah, that's about where I have Marvin Harrison.
I think Khalil
Right there.
Shakir or Josh Downs. That's a good one. That's a good debate. I think
Josh
they'll
Downs, Khalil
they'll be-
Shakir, Marvin Harrison, all those guys belong in the
So
conversation.
kid, you're
Marvin
saying
Harrison don't
Marvin
need to be up in
Harrison,
the Garrett Wilson conversation.
he's a WR3 then, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
He's not even a WR2. He's a WR3.
He's WR3.
The rate 25 to 36 is where you'd have
Absolutely.
him ranked.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd still put him. I think he'll probably, for me, sneak into the top 24. I'll admit he definitely didn't live up to what I was hoping he'd do as a rookie. And so as a result, I got to adjust. And I mean, I'm not.
You want to know who went through
putting
it
him
too
as
like
a
that?
one.
CD Lamb went through it like that before he became a WR1 and then it just stayed one.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Yeah, that's what I'm
like
saying. I'm
hovering around
definitely. I
13
mean,
and
I still got
14.
a dynasty share. I mean, I took him super high in the Genwell dynasty. So I mean, I'm for sure not giving up on the kid. I'm riding it out in hopes that he really blossoms. And I don't know if it'll quite happen this year, but like Steamboat said, year 3, watch 2026. Marvin Harrison is gonna be a WR1 by then. That's be my.
You're gonna
prediction.
be so frustrated.
2026.
2025.
That's a long bet. I'm willing to take that bet.
Yeah, that's a long bet. And even if he
Marv for peanuts, I'm gonna go ahead and get a 2026 rookie second round pick, and then cut my losses. Like I ain't fucking with this guy.
I'm definitely not selling him to you, kid. If I put him on the block, I already know not to send him your way. Okay?
Yeah.
Keon Coleman in the first round.
I'm good.
Bates, but he's like on a professional football field, he does not look quick. He does not look quick enough out there. I feel like most NFL cornerbacks, anybody that's lined up against him, playing man coverage, he doesn't have the ability to push a defender off of him, create separation, run a good route, catch the ball, and then gain an extra 10, 15 yards. I just don't see it. You know, like he had like 5 good quarters in that like first 10 to 12 games of the season. And it just wasn't very impressive. He got beat a lot.
I mean, just a rookie.
Well,
He's only a rookie. Not everyone's Malik Neighbors. Like Malik Neighbors obviously went crazy as a rookie, and they had a lot of rookies that did.
So
good.
let me ask the question.
BTJ.
Let me ask the question I've always been asking: is he his father's son?
Yes. I'm still going with it. I'm not gonna let 1 year deter me. Although in redraft, I do admit in redraft that you do have to be kind of reactionary in redraft. And because he didn't have as good a rookie year as, you obviously in redraft, you got to take a Malik Neighbors a good bit higher than him. I mean,
he's a 6'4" receiver. He shouldn't be the quickest and fastest guy on the field. I mean, it would be nice if he was, but
I'm just saying, like,
well, yeah, Drake London. I mean, look at Drake London. Like Drake London's the kind of that similar kind of build. You know, that tall kind of receiver. That's like, yeah, he might not be the quickest, but if he's a great athlete, a big body end zone guy. I mean, it's like
I said, 8 receiving touchdowns was
London or JSN.
Yeah, but those
London
are
only had
redraft. London or JSN.
That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. I think I'm leaning London, but damn, JSN had a hell of a stretch last year to win. And then with Lockett pretty much out of the picture over there. JSN, bro, I mean, they both caught 100 passes last year.
JSN might be the new Amon-Ra.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, man. JSN's really trending up, and I mean, he's an Ohio State guy. I mean, his rookie year wasn't all that great, and in year 2 he broke out. So I mean, shit. I mean, I know he's a different build of a receiver than Marv, but it's like, man, these guys, bro, like
I did that.
He's more of a prototypical alpha, modern day alpha.
Yeah, and a lot of the modern day alphas aren't super tall. A lot of them are less like 6 feet. They're just like lanky, 6 feet, motherfucker.
Yeah, like Jamar Chase.
Yeah, he's only like 6 feet. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, the Pooks, Amon-Ra, CD, none of them are super tall.
For an alpha, right? Like a modern day alpha. He's 6'2", 215, 220 or something like that.
Oh, yeah, he is 6'2". Yeah, he's a little big.
Yeah, and then there's Nico. They're all in that same
Nico's
Nico's a monster.
Like, yeah, CD's 6'2".
Nico
Nico, I
could go
think's like
six.
6'4".
I think CD's 6'1". He's more
CD's
closer
6'2".
to Puka.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
similar.
yeah,
They're pretty much
I
the
was about
same
to say
kind.
CD's in that realm.
Nico's
You know what I mean? Them
6'4". Yeah,
6'2"ers,
Nico's a
dude.
unit.
Yeah,
Marv 6'4".
Nico's
London
more of a
6'4".
Marv.
Brian Thomas is in that range.
Yeah, BTJ's a bigger guy too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think it's kind of split, honestly, as far as like BTJ 6 or you can. It's like
We
as
got
long as you're in
we
that.
got JJ, CD, and Chase all about the same size, 6', 6'1", 200, 205.
Mhm.
CD and Chase, yep.
Yeah, I think the mold is shifting because it used to be the prototype you wanted like
Bigger.
6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted bigger.
You
like
wanted a Randy Moss.
Megatron, New
Because
Coffins,
Cal-
Randy
okay,
Moss.
I actually thought about
yeah.
this.
6'2", 6'3".
Calvin Johnson was 6'5", right? Then you
Oh
had
my God.
then you had all the 6'4" guys, you know, like Julio Jones. Oh, 6'5", Mike Evans. You know what I mean? But then you had the Antonio Browns, the OBJs. This was all, you know what I mean? Though this is why I'm saying is because
they were
we only
smaller.
saw the Drake London start and all these bigger receivers start to come recently. BTJ, fucking Drake London. Who else is Marv Harrison? Like that style's coming back because you start to see the corners they're combating, right? Like when you had, you know, a Tyreek and Antonio Browns and even the Garrett Wilsons and that prototype, you know, Stephon Diggs. The cornerbacks are going to adjust to that, right? So then when you start getting these bigger guys coming in now they got to adjust again. You know what I mean? So I like it because in this class you got another. It's not really too many them receivers that are out of this world, right? Except for like maybe McMillan, right?
That's the beauty of it. Every time
he's a 6-footer.
Yeah, that's the
He's
beauty
like
of it, though. Every time people are like, oh, the running back is dead. Then you see a guy like fucking Derrick Henry and Saquon do their thing. Oh, the big receiver is dead. Then you see a guy like Nico do his thing. That's the beauty of the NFL. Is that, like you said, Bogey, there's always a constant adjustments happening to where it's like every time you tend to think something's dead, then it comes back because you adjust back. It's just a constant cycle of adjustments, and that's the beauty of it. Really,
yeah, because it becomes a copycat.
In my humble opinion. Yeah.
That's
what keeps it fun.
Too.
I mean, shit, if it was just easy and predictable, we probably wouldn't be discussing this for hours on end. But because there's so many possibilities, it gives us shit to talk about.
Hey, St. Brown is half German and he can speak German, like fluid.
Yeah, fluid.
Yeah, and he's a bodybuilder. His pops was like a bodybuilder.
Oh, yeah, his pops was a bodybuilder. Yeah, he does a podcast with Equiminius.
I'm on Robbie.
They have a pretty good podcast. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to the St. Browns. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this gonna be a fun year because the rookies is gonna come in the mix. And then watch when we get to redraft, we're gonna see a lot of these names that blew up, these elder names like the McLaurens and the Godwins, like these guys are gonna be super crazy value, bro. Like these guys are gonna
because what's gonna happen is the elite receivers are gonna go early in the running back. Then there's gonna be a slew of running backs that go, and then once all the running backs are picked clean, then you're gonna be wanting to scoop up those value receivers.
You ain't lying.
We got a long way to go to get to them ADPs. So,
yep.
Interesting.
Before we get out of here, free agency is buzzing, right?
That's gonna be exciting. New league year starting up soon. Plenty for ear to the streets to cover.
Oh, yeah, I've been already working on that.
Yeah. So, what's some rumors y'all been hearing that y'all want to fuck with though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm about to have to slide for this one, but I'd be down to that. I'd be down to running a show about that free agency rumors. I think that'd be a good for.
Okay, you know what? We'll save it then.
Yeah, because I mean, I was like, I'm about to, if y'all want to keep going, feel free. But I was like, it's getting late on my end. I know it's getting late on yours end too. It's past midnight for us.
Yeah, you already know. You know what? Oh, you know what? If Diamond Joe, you trying to rock still?
I'm chilling, brother. I'm chilling.
Okay, yeah, we rocking then.
I'm down. I'm down.
Oh, y'all want to keep going? Okay, well then I'll catch y'all the next one. Then we'll have plenty of free agency
Spencer, it was
shit.
good seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, for sure, fellas.
Well, I'll
Take
be
care.
seeing you around for baseball.
Yep, peace.
That
Okay,
is the
so
Spencer the guru.
here's a rumor I like right here. So I do like the Justin Fields. It's an old rumor, but I like the one to the Jets because I need something for Garrett Wilson. Like Justin Fields made DJ Moore like get back into the conversation. Remember, for years, DJ Moore was not in the conversation. You know what I mean?
He did all right with Justin Fields, though.
He'll pepper somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
he targets one person. Yeah.
But Russ is for sure out of there because Mike Tomlin, and this was my ideology with Russ versus Fields last year, is like Mike Tomlin's gonna go with the former Super Bowl guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they shitted in the playoffs bad. Well, actually, maybe
The
not
last
bad.
6 weeks of the season, they you know what I mean? I think they were 0-6 or something like that.
Yeah.
0-5 at least.
I think going 0-5, I think it was.
I mean, if you're the Jets though, and you think Justin Fields is your answer,
I'm selfishly looking for something to make my Garrett Wilson's good.
Well, they also play together in college.
That's right.
Who's that?
Ohio State.
That's
Justin
right.
Fields in the
Force is strong with Darth here.
I didn't know that. That's a good
I forgot about that even.
That is that
The Force.
I mean, the Jets. Who knows what they're doing right now?
exactly.
And there's not a lot of great options this year, so it might be.
No, not this year. No.
Tyrod Taylor. For my Garrett.
It might give Jordan Travis a look.
Well, they say he's coming off an injury now, Jordan Travis.
Another one?
Yeah, I sent it this morning. Let me see.
Hold on, that shit is crazy. Wait a second.
And I sent it this morning. Hold on.
Yeah, find that thing.
Russ to Las Vegas, that makes a lot of sense. Going back, play with Pete, play 2 years tops. But that's definitely not the franchise quarterback type you're looking for if you're the Raiders. That's just,
what it would tell me? If they're smart, they could probably extend Garrett Wilson for like moderate right now. Maybe what's moderate 30, right? Which they're probably not going to do. But if they do that, that would tell me, all right, next year they're targeting QB.
Right. He had a setback. It says here. All right, here it goes. It's the new Jets staff said, okay, it says there's some good news and there's some bad news on Jordan Travis. It says the new Jets staff said to be excited about working with him. His rehab with the Jets was not the best, but Jordan Travis' agent, they tried to push him and it was too fast. There was pressure on the coaching staff. Then they said he had a slight nature.
The Jets might need to go after
the nature of a setback, though. It's believed that Travis has experienced swelling and soreness in the surgically repaired left ankle. The Jets preferred the position with the team spokesman and the rehab plan created for Travis' orthopedic surgeon. Travis should be ready to go for the 25 season. They do said that, but they're optimistic.
Got a lot of time. So, yeah, he's definitely not a guy you're coming out and starting. You know what I mean? He might.
Exactly. So,
Joe
probably
Milton,
Tyrod.
I feel like that's a guy that could beat out Tyrod Taylor in training camp, though.
Possibly.
I mean, at this point,
like a Dak. What Dak did when he had his chance when Romo went down.
Yeah.
He looked pretty damn good.
Over there?
He looked ready. He knew how to.
It would just be like, yo, this kid's better. Like I think, because Tyrod Taylor, we know what Tyrod Taylor is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kirk
All you really need to do is read a defense, and you can be better than Tyrod Taylor.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of whack.
Yeah, the Jets might be playing for a quarterback next year.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I hope so. Because Haynes King,
we know Kenny has one
keep
guy in
preaching
mind.
This shit. I want Haynes King to be wearing the green.
Gang green.
I want him to be on the gang green. He go from that yellow jacket to the gang green, then I'll be a happy camper.
Oh, it's gonna be Haynes Green and the gang green.
That's Josh Allen 2.0
Hey,
right there.
God damn it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. He's got to do it again next year.
And they got to shit the bed too.
But yeah, no, hey, Kirk Cousins. Like I was trying to say, Kirk Cousins might be a guy y'all go.
There
get.
it is. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I think he goes to Cleveland.
Kevin Stefanski's there.
Kirk Cousins could give us a lot of losses, so
Kirk
For sure.
Cousins
He might be just
contributed to the 100 receptions for Drake London.
Yeah, no, I'm staying away from Garrett Wilson. I'm not. I haven't seen enough to justify one his ADP and then
me trading for Puka.
83 of Drake London's receptions came from
better
Kirk
and better
Cousins.
and better.
Yeah, he should be, but with your quarterback situation is getting rough.
It's a mess.
So. Yeah, this is the third year breakout. Wait, is this his third or fourth year coming up?
So Garrett Wilson before,
Yeah, it's his
right?
fourth, right? No,
Fourth.
Third.
Yeah, 22, 23, 24. Oh, yeah, bro.
Year
Four.
Year four.
Whoa.
It's a contract year.
So they're gonna have to announce. They're gonna have to announce whether they're gonna pick up his 5th-year option.
Oh,
This is what I'm saying. They should extend
Sorry
him.
about that.
They extend him. That shows me they're getting QB next year.
Arch Man. Hey, this is what I was going to say earlier. The Saints are going to tank for Arch Manning, bro.
Ooh.
That's
All right, this is what the Jets said. The Jets seem to be open to extending Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson. The question is whether it will happen before or after the 2025 season.
So that means they're picking up their options as far as for Garrett Wilson because Sauce is he's a 2022 guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a 2023 guy, I should say. Mm-hmm. So extending him earlier would be in their best interest. You don't want to get him further on and then he's going to cost way more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but they do have the 5th-year option on him, so they could just milk that bitch all the way down.
Well, what does a franchise tag corner get? Lee, you said that earlier.
Oh, I know. Hold on. I have it on my Facebook page. I can tell you right now. Hold on.
Lee in the command center.
Yeah.
He's like a giant ear.
Alrighty, so
hey, that would be his vigilante costume. Huh? It's just like an ear.
All right, here the quarterbacks
and legs and shit.
All right, franchise tags quarterbacks at 41.3 million.
Well, just corners.
Oh, what it
corners like Sauce? What was Sauce if you had a franchise?
20 million.
20. Okay. Yep.
Okay. But you're not going to tag him yet because he's only going into year 3.
Never extend him. That's what I'm saying.
23, 24.
No.
Oh shit. He's a year. No. Is he a 23 guy? 2023?
Sauce?
Yeah. Is he or is he? Shit. Oh, they got him the same years they got Garrett Wilson. Am I fucking that up?
I'm checking for you right now. Hold on.
Yeah, when the Sauce drafted?
Was it
Sauce
with
Gardner? There we go. He has 3 years experience, so he's going into year 4.
It was with Brees.
Word. Oh,
yeah, okay,
shit.
so they both are, right?
It's kind of crazy. Then no wonder they got it. Oh, so they gotta pay these motherfuckers.
Well, you ain't paying a quarterback, and when you ain't
need
paying a quarterback,
cornerstones.
you pay everybody else.
In your organization, you need cornerstones.
Yeah, I don't know. This might be a rough year for them. It's a quarterback league. Well, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll see.
Gardner Minshew, get him in there.
I do like that. That's cheap money right there.
Fuck yeah,
That's
and
very
just
cheap
sling
money.
it. He slings it, and he can take a hit.
He kind of didn't do shit with the Raiders, though. He wasn't very good, and it was kind of a similar situation.
This is too much Jets talk. It just killed. It just killed.
Well, they know what they didn't consult Kidda. They didn't consult their man.
I can't talk about the Jets no more. I'm calling it quits. I'm out of here. Fuck the Jets. Y'all suck. Fucking lose for once with an actual purpose, and then get your quarterback next year. Don't get Shador. Move back, get some more picks, build up something to work with, and then next year really go all in and find your quarterback.
Belichick way.
Yeah, I ain't trying to sign no quarterback this year. I'm not drafting Shador. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I do like signing Sauce and keeping Garrett Wilson, but everything else, fucking blow it up. I don't give a fuck.
Garrett Wilson to the Niners. Fuck it. A man can dream.
Dream on.
I'm just selfishly for my weak ass Garrett Wilson shares.
Peace out, bro. I'm out of here.
Peace out, the cat man.
And just like that, he's gone.
We got late night Lee in the building. Let's
Late
go.
night. Falling out. You look like he was falling out a little while ago.
Yeah, you know what I
I
mean.
got
He
next to
died.
win.
We're getting them vetted for Vegas. Because you know what I'm saying, the East Coast, even what is it called? Midwest, Central Timers. There you go, Central Timers. You know what I mean? You come out here west. You know what I mean? The days are longer. I mean, the sun is shining.
The
I don't know
sun
why I
is
got into like a
shining.
little Western kind of thing there.
So I see you guys started a new dynasty today, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. How many we got in there now?
I joined
Oh.
it reluctantly. You guys,
Yeah,
I'm
we got
telling you,
10,
these
9.
way too
So far?
early draft leagues, but you know what? I'm hooked. Fuck it.
He's gonna
I
draft
think it
all
was
the
at
draft
9.
picks.
It was at 9 for sure.
We're at 9.
All
We
right.
need 3
Yeah,
more.
we're at 9.
Yeah, I haven't went to the well yet. I always like go to the newcomers that always say they want to join. But you know what I mean, we got some the well never runs dry. So we're definitely fill that one up pretty soon.
Candlestick wants a lot of dynasty smoke, I see, huh?
Yeah.
He's liking the dynasty formats.
Yeah, because you know what it is? I like building a franchise. You know what I mean?
Me too. That's actually what I do best.
Yeah. And I learned from the best. You know
Come
what I
on
mean?
now.
I am from the school of the Diamond Joes. You know what I mean?
I've been telling you forever. My Madden franchise, years Madden franchise, is literally that drafting teams, trading picks, playing multiple seasons, dynasty mode. So you know what I mean. This is what we do.
I remember one of the first dynasties, the first time I ever even like heard about dynasty, that someone that I knew playing dynasty was you. And I was like, "Oh, you play dynasty?" Yeah. He was like, "You're like, I got Mahomes, Murray." You're like just banging them off.
Drafting
like,
Mahomes
I
as a
got
rookie.
all
Hell
these
yeah.
motherfuckers. Pause. I was like, "Oh shit, word." I was like, "That's sick." I was like, "You got it forever?" You're like, "Nah, I got." But this was like your you were doing the cap.
We do
the
contracts.
joint.
Contracts and salary cap, and you can give a guy 1 to 5 years. There's cap hits when you cut them. You can't just release a guy who's under contract. Otherwise, you have to pay crazy cap hits. You know what I mean? Free agency.
One day I'm gonna do one of those.
We have a rookie
It'll be
draft.
like $1,000 a year.
There's a rookie wage scale. So I mean,
That would be gangster, right? One day, and maybe in the next 3-4 years, or 2-3 years. How about that? We're gonna do one of those. It's a wow, bro.
Bro, that'd be the
Come on.
That would be the most. I don't think people they'd have to be real confident in their skills. It'd have to be, you know what I mean?
You might only even get 10. It'd be a super flex contracts, all this shit. Wow.
That's the league I tried to start last year. Not for 1,000, but it was
Come on, bro. But see,
dynasty.
that's when you start motherfuckers start perking up. What?
There is no the initial draft is an auction, so there's never like a draft. You
got $1,000 in the auction.
You auction. You know what I mean? It's free agency. You
$10,000.
You got to convince a motherfucker to come play for you. You know what I mean? So that's one of those days. You know what I mean? I want to sign. I want to get that one going, but I won't do it until it's only 12 savages. You can't have no.
Okay. See, and this is the thing too.
No,
it's like you know what's crazy? The Reaper is in that one. And it's probably not 1,000 if he's in it, but I feel like he would join that.
No, he complained too much because it's too.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not. You gotta be a grizzled dynasty veteran to play in this one.
You think your brother would join one of these franchise dynasties that we do?
Not now. Maybe come closer to draft time.
He might be interested.
You might be able to convince him. I got him.
I think he'll dig the. I think he'll dig the drafting the draft picks thing.
By then, they're going to be names already.
But I'm talking. Oh yeah.
No, listen.
I was talking about this one.
He's ready for baseball though, so he's not doing any football pre-draft. He's until pre-August. You know
So
what I
he's
mean?
already in
yeah,
baseball
he's
mode.
one of them.
Oh, he loves baseball more than me. So yeah,
I bet
he's not the biggest fantasy baseball player anymore, but he loves baseball. So he's in the league. You see it, he's in there.
Which hat is he wearing this year?
That's a great question. Probably a Padres hat. He's close to them.
Okay.
But
He's
he wears many hats.
Yeah,
I know.
And I'm not discriminating.
He was a Marlins guy for a while. He was a Rockies guy for a while. He was a Brewers guy.
Hey, remember who was them cats from the Rockies that was like knocking hella home runs? There was like
that was like they had a couple guys.
Yeah, because I remember, and because remember the whole
Andres
thing in fantasy was like,
Galarraga,
start everybody over there because they're in the fucking high altitude.
No, they had
Everybody's
Walker and Galarraga. Was it Walker and Galarraga, right?
Dante Bichette, Vinny Castilla,
Dante Bichette, yeah.
Ellis Burks.
There you go.
That was the era back then. Yeah,
I remember that because when I lived in Massachusetts, my friends were in a gang and they always used to wear CR hats for crazy Ricans. Now I'm not prejudiced and all that stuff. And if you weren't in the gang and you wore that hat, you were
crazy Ricans. Let's go. Look at. Hey, all right, look at you do. See, for those that didn't know, man, that's why he's the ear to the streets, man. He's tapped in with the CRs, man. Shout out,
man. I had one of my
crazy
friends.
Ricans.
This is no lie. And he was my brother was my friend Chris Bradford. There's a
don't say his name.
A drug deal went bad.
Allegedly.
No, he put a gun to someone's head.
Allegedly,
and popped him.
Allegedly. This is
And
a fictional story.
This motherfucker just said his governor name.
True story, and he did time.
Oh, he got locked.
He got locked.
Oh, okay. This is
He got locked.
It's fine.
Can't charge him yet. He's good.
Yeah.
And what happened is
I was like, damn, Lee's tapped in.
He got offers. What was it? Was it Double Jeopardy? Because in the gang, the CR gang, the gun went around, so basically they couldn't have enough evidence. But he did what? 6 years for attempted.
Oh, he did murder.
Lucky it was that.
And I graduated with him, right? And he came and right after I was A and he was B. I was the second one to graduate and he was third. Gunshots went off at the freaking graduation.
Oh, they was trying to murk his ass.
He hit. They were coming after.
They wanted revenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Sith.
we actually got frisked at our graduation.
They wanted revenge like the Sith. And
hey, you need to get the red lightsaber, bro. You need the red.
I know.
The green one.
No, you ain't lying, man. Hold on, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hold on, the dark side of the Force clouds the mind.
Nah, bro, you're
You
coming.
think I'm the good guy? Yeah,
You are
hold on, man. Hold on, just blow my cover, bro.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
For
He
today.
said you need the red saber. You ain't lying. Hold on, lightsaber.
Hey, by August, you better. That might be your draft prop, homie. Pull the red lightsaber. Anytime someone drafts somebody, Puka or somebody, you pull the red lightsaber on them.
I don't know if they're gonna let me bring this on a plane.
Yeah, you don't want to bring that.
Yeah,
Definitely with the dark, how the lights keep coming off. The red one will go crazy.
Right? No, you ain't lying. That's gonna be my thing. At least in the season, I gotta get me a red lightsaber.
I'm trying to think of a funny ass outfit to wear there.
Get a suit, bro.
Okay, hold on. We gotta get you. We can actually find you a fit right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. We gotta listen, we're going full Kentucky Derby.
Come on, that's when it gets cool. It cools off at night. You know what I mean? It might be warm in August.
The blazer on.
Oh yeah.
But when we go, you gotta go. Go hit the tables. Go hit. Go do the thing.
I mean, we could do Hawaiian shirts and fedoras.
Yeah, hey, fedoras really, and a fly shirt. Yeah,
there it is. That's really just as long as fedoras.
I got a Hilo Hattie shirt upstairs, a Hawaiian shirt.
Come on, bro.
Do you got a fedora?
You might need to hold on. No.
Official
Lee,
Hawaiian shirt.
Lee, you need to fucking pull a button up with ears on it, dog. Come on.
There it is.
Come on, Lee.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, my sister got my diamond one I had last year. It was all diamonds on it. It was
badass.
custom made. It was like $80. It was custom made with the bucket hat where you could put any logo on it. I sent them the picture of that diamond. So man, we might need to get you the ear
I
joint.
might have to have Peacock design me a shirt.
We need a face with him with giant ass ears all over his
I
shirt.
already got those. I already got those.
Like Dumbo.
Like it'd be like the ludicrous kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just have the fucking giant hands.
Small ass little caricature of Lee, but big ass head, giant ears.
Big old boots too. You know what I mean?
Big ass boots.
Yes.
Ears
Ears
to the street.
Yeah, you know, you got to get the custom ear fit, bro. That might I might have to send you a link to that one and have you get that one, bro. You got to come out. You got to come correctly. You the ear now. You the ear. You hear everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that'll be fun. That'll be fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely.
I was like just checking my emails. I'm like, it said flights to Las Vegas. Please go down. They haven't cut down. 5 weeks in a row. 432 has been the asking price. I'm all set. I'm all ready.
That's player though. Like, remember I told you when he saw it was like 350. I was like, you should book that right now.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was like, that's crazy. That's a good ass deal. But at the same time, too, you know what I mean? As long as you're paying under 500, you're straight, bro. Because you're coming from one of the most expensive. You're flying out of DSW.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's like I think that's the most expensive, or it's top three.
It's top three.
It's like them and JFK and
I think it's LAX, DFW, and I think it's O'Hare Airport.
Oh yeah, Chicago.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because there's technically the three big. Well, in the top
Bro,
five.
Really though, I ain't gonna lie. It's not the sexy shit, but Spirit or Frontier, they ain't even got flights available for those dates yet. As soon as those become available, that's gonna be under $200 for sure.
Exactly.
You know, if you ain't carrying a big ass bag, that's the way to go.
I feel like Lee's gonna have like several bags, right?
Nope.
Nah, Lee's packing light.
Nope.
Coming light.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll show you that again.
I feel like Lee would be like, I brought all 32 of my Justin Herbert jerseys.
No, he's coming with 4 GWN shirts, a couple 2 Chargers things.
He's gonna come through with a Diamond Joe shirt.
Spirit they might be going bankrupt though, which means them flights is going to be 90% off.
No,
everything must go.
This is what I'm coming with.
Frontier is cheap too. There you go.
My Red Sox bag.
Okay, yeah, they might charge you for that. That's it. That's the only catch with that.
Because you know, Lee, the reason why I'm thinking because Lee was, when he was saying 350, I was like, yo, that's him to fly like right. You feel me? But listen, flying the Death Trap is always cheap, man.
Mm-hmm.
I hop on the Death Trap all day.
Bogey, your round trip flight last year out of SAC, $50. $50.
How much was
Hey,
it?
Steamboat hit me. He's like, I'm booking you right now. It's like, do it.
I saw a flight for $50 at SAC, and I go, listen, bro, I'm booking your flight. You're in. $50. I'll pay that right now just to get you.
Hey, but no, for context, there's a backstory because I'm in the league too.
Yes.
Fuck that shit.
That was
every single one of them. Fuck. I said, fuck them.
There's another dude like that. I have to. I book his flight just to make sure he's there.
I'm in. And then I won it all.
And then that counts as a buy-in to one.
Where's my belt at, man?
No, I was when we were packing.
Don't show my belt.
Shit, there's my Red Sox bag. My wife bought it.
Don't even touch my belt no more.
I'm like, shit, that's my Vegas bag.
You don't touch my belt unless you have gloves on. It's mine now, so you got to be OCD with it.
That might be why they don't have flights available. Those planes are hey, but for under $100, man, the plane make it there. They just charge you for bags. It's like plastic seats though. That shit ain't that comfortable.
It's basically like asking them, "Hey, bro, you got some bread on this flight?" Yeah, bro, I got 100 on it.
We need some snaps on the petrol.
Right? You got some bread on the gas.
Hey, bro, like I said, you flew for.
Where you trying to go? I'm trying to go to Vegas.
But I don't know where Bakes. Where are you coming from? Where's Bakes from?
Is in Bakersfield. He's in Bakersfield. That's why he's Bakes.
Oh, you Bakes? Oh, Bakes. You like 2 hours from me. Okay, not even 2 hours. Maybe 4. That's almost.
Yeah, it's like 4-ish from where you're at.
Yeah, I got a 3-hour flight. That's what it said.
Okay. No, I'm talking about. Well, we're talking about like drive-wise.
Drive-wise. Yeah.
No, we're.
Hey, that's a quick drive from Bakersfield to Vegas.
It's not bad.
That's like what, 4
That's the first place
hours?
that's the first place you hit when you come into Cali. from
Oh,
Vegas.
yeah.
It's definitely ghetto living. 4-hour drives, man. If it's a 4-hour drive, I'm mobbing to Vegas. I could do 4 hours.
Yeah, for real though.
That's
I almost want to like mail things. It bakes if you drive, I'm gonna mail you a bunch of shit. I mean, I'll pay for your gas. I'm just gonna mail you hella shit to carry.
Hey,
Allegedly.
I'm for sure driving down to Palm Springs in the next couple months to go play golf with the bros. So I'll be definitely passing through Bakersfield. So
Yeah, Bakes is good
Allegedly.
people, man. That's our guy. That's our man, 100 grand for real. He in that new one too.
Okay, yep.
He's proud of Dynasty in there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep, he baked. Yeah, I know, but yeah, okay. I didn't know he was a Cali guy. That's what's up. It's you coming out to party.
We stay connected.
He coming out to
Cali,
party. That's what it
up and
sounds
down
like.
Cali, bro. Is Bakersfield part of the Inland Empire, or is that right outside of it? That part of the IE.
He's definitely at the bottom of the Central Valley.
Hey, you know what's dope? He's the reason I know Jordan Love is the pride of Bakersfield.
Cali boys.
Yeah, he's from out in Bakersfield, man. You know what's crazy is he can sling it. They just ran so good with Josh Jacobs last year.
That's what they're gonna do again this year.
Yeah. So it's kind of, isn't that crazy how the perspective switched so quick for Jordan Love, because the year prior the defense was bad. Aaron Jones is hurt all year, so this is just in shootouts. Then they get their defense together and their run game, and then you know what I mean. Now Jordan Love is like not a guy for people.
A glorified game manager.
Yeah.
In the system, he's a good player. You know what I mean, but he's in that system. They don't want him airing it out. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Maybe
they were like a game or two out.
Yeah, I think a game. I think it was a game.
One game.
I wonder if they go ahead and get him a wide receiver in free agency.
That's what they need. If they're linked already to like talking to try to get like DK, they want a receiver. So
yeah, they need one.
I kind of like that a lot, actually.
For who?
Just like for DK.
Packers,
I'm just selfishly talking as usual. I mean, for all my DK shares, I'm like, I don't like that actually, because DK, he can block, not the craziest, but they're gonna go 12 personnel majority of the time. That's what takes Jaden Reed off the field. You know what I mean? Is because he's only in the 3 wide sets for real, which is crazy. Like, because he's hella talented, but that just is what it is. So it's like if you get I guess it would be Dobbs and Christian Watson rotating the other side of DK, right? Because really, if you ask me, when Christian Watson's healthy, he's a one-trick pony. Just go down the field. That's it. You know what I mean? Take the top off. He's not great. You know what I mean? Romeo Dobbs is good as a receiver, but he's just good based on comparison, because like for what they got, as far as like a guy who can do all of it. You know what I mean? Because we've seen Dobbs kind of ball out. I ain't gonna lie. And that's always been Jordan Love's guy, if you think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? As far as receivers go, because otherwise it's like Kraft is probably like the guy to have over there, low key, for like tight end leagues this year. Kraft's kind of like super sneaky.
Yeah, he was balling. He was definitely in the tight end 1 conversation second half of the year.
Right.
You know what I mean? But maybe, hey, we got a long way to go.
Warriors are balling, aren't they?
Who?
They're doing better. They need to stay healthy, but I like what they're doing right now. Jimmy brought a presence that they definitely needed. So it's much needed, man. Much needed. They were a mess before that trade.
Oh yeah, 4 games over 500.
They just lost to Philly yesterday, though, which was that was a rough loss.
Well, LeBron's only 1 point away from 50,000.
The Lakers look real good right now.
Yeah, they're the second seed.
They're only going to get better with Luka, which is scary. You know what I mean? But they're
looking good with Butler.
I heard a rumor though that the Laker or the Luka deal was based off of like a the league understanding that the TV contract is coming up again, and like the ratings have been down over the last like 4 years.
2 years.
So they're
Yeah.
like, let's put
Ratings have
Luka in
been,
the
like,
LA
going down,
market.
so they're trying to put him there to like start boosting ratings and shit. So it was like, you know, the league did league conspiracy to boost ratings. You put Luka in LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's one of the most bogus trades I've ever seen in my life, though. They always look.
It's bad. I mean, they were clearly just fed up with him. Hookah Luka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not he don't work to like LeBron to like keep
He sucks on defense. That's his problem.
bad at defense, not in shape. Probably thinks he's the greatest player ever. You know what I mean? Like
Coming out of this country.
you can't tell him nothing.
His claim to fame is that by himself with no Kyrie, he almost beat the Suns. Or who was it? Almost beat
Almost.
Oh, they did beat the Suns.
They beat it. Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to Dallas, I think, after that.
Yeah.
There it is.
But yeah, no, it's Dallas was just tired of his bullshit. In all reality, he's probably just like, man, I ain't working out. I'll do it. I ball. You know what I mean? And they eyeball
in your eyeball.
Yeah, man. So
Betty Bygard. Shout out to E40.
Yeah, man. Well, maybe we'll put a ball on this one for tonight. I think.
We can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's been
and everybody stay tapped in. I think me and JD is hitting y'all with an OJ and a blunt for breakfast on a Monday morning tomorrow. So just stay tapped in. You know what I mean? We stay rocking. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Diamond Joe and our ear to the streets, Lee. You feel me?
Yep.
Bogey Wan Kenobi.
Bogey Wan. Yeah. Peace out, Banks.
All right,
peace out, Banks.
Good night, fellas. Have a wonderful beginning of your week.
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah.